Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me, tell me, tell me.
I grew up in a place where they told you what to chase, told you how to run the race. Every move was on the page, but I didn't like their way. Had to fight and misbehave, had to find a way to change, had to leave to find my way. Caught up in a daydream, I beat my mind up there almost daily. It's how I pass time, no opinions safely. It's how I understand what I want in this place. See, cause everybody wanna tell you bad things. What could go wrong, what fame brings, but success is a finicky thing. And if you ain't sure, no, it'll never be. I don't wanna let myself down. I don't wanna let myself down. I will run away, I don't have to plan it. I can go, change my fate, you won't understand it. All alone, that's okay, people I can't stand them. They don't want me to change, keep me where I'm standing. And I don't wanna be where I am. And I want something more, take a chance. It could be possibly my last dance, my last dance. I don't wanna let myself down. I don't wanna let myself down.
Hello and welcome back to the mix up. Yeah, I got up about 5 a.m. this morning and I'm like, I wonder if this Square guys responded to me at all. So I go and I see these live streaming. And I actually caught what you guys were saying, that this guy literally nods off in the middle of streams. So the live's still up from last night. It was 6 hours. I say probably about 4 of that he was sleeping. All right, maybe a little. All right, we'll say maybe 3.5 of that he was sleeping. So let's take a look at that real quick.
Name.
So we're gonna skip through. You can see, and then he made a short this morning going. I woke up in the middle of the night and decided to do a stream. Just so everybody knows, real quick. For some reason, the comments are not coming across through my streaming software the way they normally do. So I'm trying to keep track of them on my phone. I see you out there, Chris. I see you, Red Reaper. I see you, Vicky. Yeah, so I'm gonna in a minute I'll bring up the actual the chat window and put it next to my streaming software so I can see it on the computer screen as well as on my phone. But yeah, let's take a look at Square here, and he claims he fell asleep. We're just gonna skip forward.
The people want their vehicle back.
I mean, he was watching Sheriff Grady Judd. If you haven't watched any this sheriff's videos, this guy's entertaining. The way this guy does a press conference, very entertaining. So you can see. Oh, there we go. Look, he's starting there.
So we arrest.
Head's going down.
We put him in,
and then he sits up in a minute. We're just gonna skip through. Skip through a little more.
But they're sleeping in the county jail. It's our heart to see them go to jail.
All right, right there, he's almost asleep. Oh, here it's like right around here. And when he moves, he sits up, and then you just see him doing
shot at taking advantage of hardworking folks by saying,
I mean, dude, if you feel yourself falling asleep, man, stop your live. Why are you gonna let the camera roll when you're falling asleep like that? I mean, that's complete lack of professionalism.
And Frank Beard going to
I'm still waiting for a response, man. You said you wanted my attention. I tried to give it to you. I dedicated a whole hour and like 20 something minutes to seeing if you'd respond, to wanting me to respond. But you didn't. So all right, well, I guess look, he's almost out.
throw off
In a minute, he
That's
just
the
goes
truth.
out cold.
because we're going to the overwhelming people.
So right here, you start
parked
seeing him doing
in the wrong place, and the tow company is doing what's right. That's not the ones we.
It's like, dude, if you feel yourself doing that on drugs or not, man, like, dude, stop the stream. Press the end button. End the stream.
Hear about.
I think it ended itself. Either that or he woke up. I don't know. I didn't watch the whole thing. I mean, I know he's like an hour different than me. So, I mean, I woke up at like 5. It was like a little bit before 5. So it's probably 4 a.m. there.
This is the ones we hear about. And real
I mean, dude just passes out. And then people are in the comments. Are you okay, bro? Bro, you okay? Okay. And then people are like, he's not nodding. He's sleeping. Man, this dude was nodding like crazy. Yeah, so I don't want to dedicate that much time to this guy. Chris, no, I did not see Cashville's community post. I will check that during my first break. I'll take a look at that. Also, Johnny Gobble disappeared and then reappeared. His channel went dead, like we talked about, and then all of a sudden it was back, and then he changed the name. Now it's Dagburn Johnny the Redneck. Wonder where he got that name from. Man, that dude he wants to be Upchurch so damn bad, so damn bad. Dude, it's pathetic how much he wants to. Like, I swear, he wants to be Upchurch. Like, he lives vicariously through Ryan Upchurch. Like, anything Upchurch does, like, dude, when you're that obsessed that you're changing the name of your channel to the Upchurch Report, that's just weird. All right, so enough talk about these guys that Captain Kurt, I'm gonna go ahead and make you a mod. I don't know why man, YouTube sometimes blocks some of the like simplest comments. I don't even understand why. It's like, are people that sensitive these days that, oh no, we can't let you see this comment, it might hurt your feelings? Man, what happened to this country? Oh. All right, so we're gonna get into some viewer recommended videos. We got a couple from Chris. Chris recommended some videos. Also, a Nashville artist, Trey Healy, hit me up. I'm gonna be doing an interview with him Tuesday at 10. I'm gonna set that up. We got that coming, and then yeah, I'm going to be reacting to some of his songs. Right now, I'm going to get into some recommended videos from Chris. This one is about Tom MacDonald. So let's see what this is. I haven't watched any of them. I watched like a couple seconds of them. I did see this clip on Tom's page. And this video is from the YouTube channel Insano Drummer, and it's entitled Tom MacDonald is hilarious. I dare you to change my mind.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but
this guy needs to learn how to change his audio setting. Man, that's ridiculously loud. Either that or Square's video was just ridiculously soft.
The skin color of the Little Mermaid doesn't fucking matter.
I think it was Square's video. Oh yeah, that's right. We were checking out Square's video, and he has no clue on how to do anything properly.
I know that people can mark themselves as like safe from an earthquake. How do I mark myself as I don't give a fuck about the Little Mermaid?
Yo, what is with this thing? Like, it's a cartoon character. Are we really like coming to where we gotta like? It's cartoon characters. They're not even real people.
Can we just let the people who identify as mermaids deal with this one? Hey, I know you got to get to work because you got a family to feed, and the world's falling apart from the inside. But
Yeah, let's worry about the Little Mermaid.
how do you feel about a fictional cartoon character's ethnicity? Honestly, you could change her skin color, dye her hair, and have her name changed to Brent, then put her gills on her forehead, and I still wouldn't give a
Exactly. It's a cartoon character.
But it's about the kids, or whatever your argument is. Don't let your kids
What's next? Are we going to say that The Simpsons can't be yellow anymore?
watch it then. Shut the fuck up. Stop letting the rest of the world trick you into giving a shit about things that you don't give a shit about.
Exactly. Everybody gets fed all this information through TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, even YouTube.
Okay? Have a good day.
Bill Gates says a civil war is coming. Bill, I can only assume you're talking about a civil war between the left and the right. And if that's the case, who do you think's going to win this one, Bill? All the patriots who support the right to bear arms, or all the weirdos who identify as salamanders and dress up
He said identify as salamanders.
as unicorns? Bill, the people on one side of this civil war believe in fighting for freedom. The people on the other side believe that misgendering is violence. I mean, you can't misgender a heavily armed man to death. That's not a fight you're going to win. Like, what
You ain't winning that one.
is the green-haired safe space community going to use to fight back? Their imaginations? Oh, Bill, how do I
They're going to use their feelings.
say this so you understand it? Okay, remember when you invented Windows and then Apple came along armed with the iPhone and completely destroyed Microsoft? Bill, Windows was the green-haired safe spacers. Wait, Bill, there doesn't have to be a civil war. This is 2022. I know exactly how to handle this. Cancel culture. This is your opportunity to use your power for good. Cancel the Civil War. You know, I heard the Civil War use the N-word one time when it was drunk outside a nightclub. Civil War.
Yo, Tom McDonald is hilarious. You know who else is hilarious? Jelly Roll, man. That guy, you watch some of his interviews and you're like, man, I know he raps, I know he sings, but I think he should do stand-up.
I hereby announce you canceled. Or maybe we can all just agree to disagree and prevent the greatest country on earth from destroying itself. Unless, of course, there's more than meets the eye here. Microsoft manufactured body armor coming to a Walmart near you. Bill, stop making
Microsoft. Actually, I'd see that more from Apple because they try and make anything and everything.
predictions and start making computers that are worth more than a paperweight. I mean, you're one of the richest men on earth, right? $121 billion net worth. How about you use a very small fraction of your fortune to end world hunger, stop homelessness, get kids in
Yeah, you ever notice that all these rich people are always telling other people to go help people? It's like you remember those feed the children commercials, and the guy's walking like dressed up in a button-down shirt, nice shiny shoes, and he's walking down the street and he's like, these kids have no money to put shoes on their feet. It's like, dude, you're there. Why didn't you bring some shoes with you? You got the money. You getting paid to do this commercial. Why didn't you bring? You could have went to Payless and fill the whole plane, like your whole luggage with shoes, and brought each one of those kids a pair of shoes, at least a few of them.
in third world countries clean water. I don't know, just some wacky ideas. Well, here, let me make a prediction. You won't. It's hard to believe, but I guess Elon Musk really is the better billionaire, and he wants to put microchips in our brains. It's just reported that China has opened overseas police stations in the United States to monitor Chinese citizens. Look,
Yo, that's crazy. The Chinese government tries to control their people like crazy.
you can call me crazy, but I don't think we can trust these guys. Chinese law enforcement in America? What could go wrong? How are we expected to believe anything that China says? Isn't this the same country that lied about a certain lab leak not too long ago? Isn't this the same country that banned its citizens from any social media or Western news specifically so that it could lie to the people? Dude, China's like best buddies with Russia, and Russia's not that fucking cool. I don't think we can trust these guys, man. So what do we do about it, you might ask? Well, this is a very complex problem, and under the Biden administration, it has a
You know, the thing I like the most about Tom McDonald is he's very like direct, to the point, and he always makes sense, and he's not trying to like he's not a Republican, he's not a Democrat. If anything, Tom McDonald is very libertarian, and he doesn't choose to pick any side. But the dude is straightforward and right to the point.
very complex answer. Learn to speak Chinese.
Got our driver's license at 14, had a job at 16, and moved out at 17. Your generation is still trying to define what a woman is and living in your parents' basement until you're 35.
Yo. Could you picture if some of these younger kids like had to? These kids don't know about tabletop football with the folded paper football and like you guys ever play like pencil cracks on the bus on the way to school? Like you'd buy like the thickest pencils you could find, and each person would try and crack the pencil. These kids don't know that. They don't even interact with each other. They all sit there on their phone. Don't even look at each other.
My generation grew up on uncensored everything. Your generation censors everything. My generation shotgun.
You know, it's almost like we got to the point where we were more relaxed on things, and then it just like went complete opposite. And now it's like, oh my God, you're gonna hurt somebody's feelings.
Rode dirt bikes and went camping for fun. Your generation stares at your phone all day and dances on the internet in your sister's underwear.
Exactly.
My generation knew how to make decisions, important ones. Your generation can't even decide which bathroom to use. My generation wants.
Yo, we have a liberal arts college here in my town, Wesleyan University, and they actually have the gender like the gender neutral bathrooms. They have like 3 bathrooms now.
Wants the truth and the facts, no matter how uncomfortable they are. Your generation is so offended that the truth and the facts don't support whatever outlandish bull.
Man, I tell you, on Thursday nights we were doing at the bar restaurant I work at, we were doing college nights, and I was working security. Those college kids, man, today, if that's what we got to look forward to, we're screwed.
Is floating around in your imagination that you've started labeling everything that you don't agree with as misinformation. My generation has 2 genders. Your generation has 89,347 and counting. My generation judges people on whether or not they're.
Y'all ever see that video of the lady that went up in front of a board, like a school board or town council meeting, and was like, meow meow, I identify as a cat. Do you hear how ridiculous this sounds?
Your generation judges people on race, weight, religion.
Yeah, just so you guys know, I'm trying to in a minute I'm going to take a break at about like say the 45-minute mark, and I'm going to try and get the chat working properly over here so I can see it on my screen. I don't want to interrupt the video, so I can see some of it on my phone, but it's hard to look at the screen and look at the phone at the same time.
Sex, gender.
I mean, I already have a monitor and a TV screen in front of me. I'm trying to watch the video, make sure it's streaming properly, and I'm trying to watch the chat on my phone. Normally, it's on the same screen here, but it for some reason it's not linking up properly today.
Financial standing, something.
But we're streaming.
That they tweeted 20 years ago in grade 8 when they were drunk for the first time. Your generation cancels everything you don't agree with. My generation doesn't give a about the things we don't agree with. Beat it, loser. My generation fights for the right to
Beastie Boys classic.
Party. Your generation doesn't fight, doesn't like having rights, and doesn't like to party. What the is wrong with you guys? My generation is going to be able to handle the new music video that I'm dropping on Friday. Your generation is going to have a fucking meltdown. God, did you hear that Tom McDonald's dropping a new video on Friday? But his last video wasn't even controversial or political, so maybe.
Man, I wonder what his wrestling promo sounded like when he was a wrestler.
There's nothing to worry about.
You're right. And it was pretty good, too.
Totally. Maybe we don't have to be afraid of his songs anymore. Maybe he's finally done with the controversial stuff.
Nope. Tom ain't never stopping with the controversial stuff.
Wait, what are we going to have to be mad about then?
Literally everything else, silly. But I think we can finally mark ourselves safe from Tom McDonald.
I don't always catch these Instagram and TikToks that Tom does.
No, you're gonna be mad. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're gonna be really mad.
Babe, I can't sleep. I'm too excited about my new video Sheeple dropping tomorrow.
Oh, that video was awesome.
It's 6:30. Why are you trying to sleep?
So tomorrow can come faster?
I don't know. Count some sheep.
People who voted for Joe Biden. People who put pronouns in their bios.
People who believe the news.
He's counting the sheeple.
People who listen to mainstream music.
Is it Friday yet? Is my video out? After extensive research and many, many experiments, we have finally figured out why the sheeple won't wake up, even when the truth is staring them directly in the face.
Yo, I gotta watch more of Tom's Instagram and TikTok posts. Damn.
They're clowns. They're clowns. Can you believe it? Underneath that sheepy exterior, they're clowns. They were clowns all along. Check out my new music video, Sheeple.
That's exactly what most of these people are, clowns.
It's out now. First they were mad that Donald Trump was president. Then they were angry we didn't want to memorize 8,000 pronouns. After that, they were outraged that we made fun of Joe Biden because he couldn't figure out how to ride a bicycle or find his way off
Yo, that was funny.
stage or speak in coherent sentences, whatever.
Yo, he cannot, like, that man should not be speaking in public. Joe Biden should not be speaking in public.
Then they were furious because we didn't believe them when they told us that men could give birth. Then they were enraged that we didn't want to defund the police and turn our cities into crime-ridden hellholes. And now they're having a meltdown over my new music video, Sheeple. Check out the video.
Maybe they should just listen to the words of the song instead of drawing their own conclusions without even paying attention to the words. Because I think if they actually listen to the words of his music, they'd see that he's just speaking facts. Like Tom just speaks facts.
Download the song and don't forget your big boy
Tom
pants.
MacDonald's new video presents a clear and truthful depiction of the tyrannical and evil forces that control all sides of the political spectrum. I'm still going to judge them based on my preconceived notions.
Exactly, their preconceived notions.
Instilled in me by the mainstream narrative and my radical rainbow-haired homies. Then I'm going to cancel Tom and anything else that makes me feel uncomfortable. And then I'm going to message him from my fake account and tell him that he's an ugly homophobic racist who makes trash music. You're an ugly racist homophobic loser. What do you even say to that? Watch my new music video, Sheeple. Send.
Oh, man. It's a damn traffic jam. All the sheeple are getting in my damn way. God dang sheeple. Hey, sheeple. The censorship convention is 5 miles down
The censorship convention.
the road. You got to start heading that way. Dang it, just get out of my way. I need you guys to move. CNN said they're giving out free subscriptions to any. Come on, you guys. Joe Biden fell off a bike. He says he needs your help. Hey, maybe you guys could just identify as getting the out of my way. I mean, if that don't work, nothing's going to work. Oh, I know exactly what I got to do. I got to turn on the...
Pretty soon, these people are going to be wanting no identification at all. Like, we're just people.
radio. I'm going to put on that new Tom MacDonald Sheeple. Yeah, out of the way. Move along. Sorry. Yeah.
And that song was like totally like getting right to the point. Like just that line right there that he just played.
Yeah, out of the way. Move along. Sorry.
We can't have peace till we're on the same team. And the sheeple don't want to be on the same team.
Sorry. Yeah. You. I always thought the whole a man can get pregnant thing was just a bunch of I always sort of felt like pregnancy was reserved for women and
This
people who identify as dill pickle potato chips.
dill pickle potato chips.
Turns out that hundreds
You know, if I identify as a toaster, can I have a toaster bathroom?
of thousands of years of human history, proven science, and the world's leading medical experts were wrong. Because here I am, pregnant with a new video, and giving birth this Friday at 9 a.m. Can't wait to meet
Pregnant with a new video.
you. I'm here today with a very special friend of mine, Peter the Progressive Pumpkin.
Hi, guys.
You may have heard that I'm
Peter the Progressive Pumpkin.
dropping a new music video this Friday at 9 a.m., but
we wanted to take just a minute to talk about safe and appropriate Halloween practices.
I'll take it from here, Tom. Don't forget that you're not allowed to wear afros, black makeup, native headdresses, or any other costume that might offend a marginalized.
I see the comments rolling in. Like I said, it's on my phone. For some reason, it's not coming through the streaming software. I'll tell you what, after this video, I'm going to take a quick break, try and resolve that problem, and at least get pop the chat out of a YouTube window and get it up on my screen so I can see it.
Or minority group.
Wait. I meant like checking their candy for razor blades and shit like that. Are you saying that grown men can dress up as women year round and be embraced for it, but a child can't dress up in whatever costume they want for one day a year?
Yo, that with the Halloween costumes that just started like a couple of years ago, before you could be whatever you wanted. Now it's like, oh my God, you're gonna offend somebody.
Well, you see, aren't you dropping a new music video this Friday, Tom?
Oh, yeah, right. Fair enough. Brand new music video dropping this Friday at 9
Seen
a.m.
this article floating around talking about TikTok using user data to figure out the precise physical location of certain American citizens. I know a lot of people are really upset, but I just wanted to say you don't have to be worried about TikTok trying to figure out your location, because every one of us is carrying around a tracking device in our pocket every day. You know what the crazy part about this tracking device?
Yeah, if you guys if you keep your location on and you actually have it linked to Google, you could actually go. There's a spot on Google where you can go and it'll literally show you every spot you've been as long as you had your phone in your pocket.
Devices.
It's kind of creepy.
They made us want it, and then we paid $1,500 for it. So if you're one of those people that's going to use your tracking device to complain on the internet about how mad you are at TikTok that you're going to delete their app, just remember, when you're done deleting TikTok, if you really don't want to be tracked, don't forget to throw your $1,500 tracking device in the fucking river. But
yeah, and like some of those phones, you even turn off the location and it's still pinging off of towers, and it still has an idea of where you are, even with the GPS turned off.
let me just say one thing. If you do throw your phone into the river, you're not going to be able to watch my new music video dropping this Friday at 9 a.m. Okay? So it's up to you.
So introduce yourself. Just tell us your name.
They call me Lil Shoot You in the Face, Papa Zanny, and take. No, really, they call me that. That's my name. Yeah, my name's Tom
I could literally see somebody naming themselves that.
McDonald.
So what kinds of things do you rap about?
Cars, clothes, money, big booty, partying, killing folks, robbing people, in the police. Well, not like in the police, but like the police. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What do I rap about? Mental health stuff, addiction, politics, dishonesty in the mainstream.
Truth. That's what Tom raps about. The truth.
Media, counterculture stuff, and experiences that I've been through in my life.
You just dropped a new video. You want to tell us about it?
Yeah, dog. I just dropped my new music video. It's called "Shoot You with a Uzi and Stuff Money in the Bullet Holes While I'm out of my mind on."
Yo, wait. Let's hear that again.
Music video is called "Shoot You with a Uzi and Stuff Money in the Bullet Holes While I'm out of my mind on Xanax, motherfucker. Yeah, I just dropped a new music.
That would be That would be Square if he was a rapper.
Video. It's called Fighter. You can watch it on YouTube. You can download the song anywhere. I think it's probably going to help a lot of people.
You don't think you're a fighter, but I know you.
The government's been lying to us about for the last 3 years. You want to know the truth about Big Pharma's death grip on humankind? You want to know the names on the Epstein Island flight logs? You want the cold hard facts about what Neil Armstrong and Buzz?
Man, all I gotta say is something ends up happening to Tom. I wouldn't be surprised it came from somebody in the government or something. That's all I'm saying.
Buzz Aldrin actually saw when they landed on the moon? Do you want one final answer on Black Lives Matter and White Lives Matter and whose life actually matters? Do you want the truth about what the Illuminati actually is and who's really involved in it? Do you want to know if when a man gives birth, does a baby come out of his pee hole or his butthole? Do you want the controversial truth about how human life began? Well, my new song doesn't have any of those answers, but it's very good. Check out my new video, Fighter. It's out now.
I'm a believer.
That was Tom just releasing banger after banger.
I'm a believer. I believe.
In fake news? Are you tired of Joe Biden confusing your entire household every time he's on TV? Are you tired of hearing about cancel culture, men giving birth, all ages drag shows, rising gas prices, critical race theory, recession, inflation, and more pronouns than there are grains of f***ing sand on planet Earth? Well then, you need a dose of reality.
It seems like it's coming to that.
Tom McDonald's 2 new albums, Renegade and the Revolution,
Pretty soon we'll have more pronouns than people.
are out now, only at hangovergang.com. 34 brand new songs that will help you make sense of this dysfunctional bubble-wrapped hellscape that we call the world today. Get yours now before they're erased forever, like all of the other factual information that contradicts the mainstream narrative. Only at hangovergang.com. Stay tuned, because up next, a variety of useless content designed to distort your worldview just enough to weaponize your beliefs and turn you against your neighbors.
You ever wonder what it's like being one of the biggest independent rappers in the world?
So I think I've seen this video.
Let me show you. Every single copy of my 2 new albums has to pass through my hands and my family's hands to reach yours.
See, this is called being truly independent.
Recording 34 new songs, that was the easy part. Fitting thousands of copies of the albums into your spare bedroom is where things start to get difficult.
I mean, when you see that he's the person actually mailing them out, he's not paying people, hiring people to do it.
So I autograph your albums all day long. And when I've got a good stack of boxes, my folks come to pick up the signed copies and take them to my sister's place, where they put them in envelopes and label them. Then my dad and my brother-in-law take all the packages to the post office and send them to you. It's literally from my family's hands to your family's homes. We're getting about 3,000 in the mail every day.
That's called a family business right there. That's the way America used to be. Family businesses.
Okay, so if you want a copy, get one and it'll be on its way ASAP. You don't need a distribution deal. You just need a mom, a dad, a sister, a brother-in-law, and a girlfriend.
You don't need a distribution deal. You just need family.
Music industry would do anything to own a piece of my 2 new albums. They would give anything to get their hands on them, but they can't touch it. You can, though. Straight from our hands to yours.
After years of speculation, hours of homemade conspiracy video, overwhelming, and to be quite honest, undeniable evidence, I admit it, I can confirm. You guys have 100% convinced me that I'm in the Illuminati. No, you're right.
Oh, jeez.
Fuck my 10 years of incredibly hard work, financial peril, mental health problems, addiction issues, and breaking my back day in and day out to hone my craft enough that I could give the world an alternative to the mind-numbing, brainwashing bull of the mainstream. Let's give all the credit to a mysterious group of blood-drinking elites that control the world and worship the devil. You know, they say life ain't fair, so I guess that's pretty much par for the course. Could somebody give me the Illuminati's phone number? Because I just dropped 2 albums into...
There's a YouTuber, Pleasant Green, and he actually did a video, 2 videos now, about Nigerian scammers that are sending people a message being like, do you want to be in the Illuminati?
Independently, and I did it all myself. If I'm in the Illuminati, I feel like I should be getting some help over here. Maybe I could get them to pay for something like a music video or CD replication or printing t-shirts or dropping a music video or mixing and mastering or literally anything, man, because it's expensive. Jeez, now that I think about it, maybe I'm not the Illuminati. Maybe people are just really fucking stupid sometimes.
Exactly. People are just really stupid.
And they resort to fabricating things and making stuff up when somebody else accomplishes something they can't imagine themselves being capable of. Get your Illuminati free new autographed albums from hangovergang.com.
Illuminati free.
34 brand new songs. Did I mention they're Illuminati free?
Okay, you're done.
We're good?
Is that like gluten free?
Let's go drink some blood and press here. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the other 98,000 genders, 452 types of gay, young, old, black, white, people who watch because they hate me, people who watch because they love me.
You know, that's one thing. Why do haters always like haters in comments and stuff? It's like you're watching though. You're definitely watching. If you weren't watching, you wouldn't be commenting.
Everybody, thank you for 1 billion views on YouTube. I hope everybody out there knows that I couldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you guys so much. I love you. And I don't have any confetti, but I found these tubes.
What's he got? Silly string?
Silly string. It says it's the new environmentally friendly formula. 1 billion views.
Love it.
It came right off the roof.
Happy 1 billion views!
It does not taste environmentally friendly.
I've gotten that stuff, not the new, but the old one was nasty. Somebody sprays that shit, gets in your mouth.
Thank you for 1 billion views. I love you guys.
Look, I'm not transphobic. I just think that people identifying as anything their imaginations
Oh, this is hilarious. I've seen this one.
can think up has gotten a little bit out of hand. Like, you can't just pretend that you're something you're not. California panel estimates $569 billion in reparations is owed to Black residents.
This is great.
I'm Black, 100% Black. I'm Black. And you know what? I've always known that too. Look, people should be able to identify as anything they want. And I'm Black.
All right. So I'm going to take a quick break, try and fix this this chat situation where I can't see the live chat on my screen. I got to watch it on my phone. I'm going to pop it out of a window from YouTube and at least get it on my screen so I can see it. I will be right back. Give me about 5-6 minutes.
You don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste it, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate it, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me.
I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, ha, not likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains, I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain, I just wanna be greatness. I just wanna be greatness. I just wanna be greatness. I just wanna be greatness.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. If you wanna hate it, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can bite me.
Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent. And it's only 1%. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. That energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you want to taste it, you can try me. If you want to hate this, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fight me. Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you want to taste it, you can fucking try me. If you want to hate it, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shoot tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. Never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes.
I take shots to the top, I'll get it. I got one life, I'ma do all to win it. I do what's right, push until I fall. I'm slipping to give back up, always stand tall, I'm grinning. I got cuts real deep in, bruises scarred. I had to learn how to think with my head, not heart. I've been chewed up, spit out, torn apart. From picking up all the pieces is a form of art.
I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today.
All right, and I'm back. Found a temporary solution. I popped the chat window out of YouTube just so I could see the chat. For some reason, it's not linking with the streaming software tonight. It did this once before. I tried reloading it, and I was afraid when I was reloading it, I might have lost the stream. I didn't lose the stream. I'm watching the stream on my phone. Let's see, who do we have in the chat here? We got Rebel Ray, Bo Baker, Brandy Day, Vicky Newman, Jeremiah, Yo Main Girl, SD420, Ghost Wog, Chris still in here, Pam 50, Little Buddy in here. Apparently, Little Buddy does not like Ghost Wog. I don't know what's going on with that. Can we keep the chat peaceful? No fighting in the chat, guys. Let's keep the chat peaceful. All right, so now we're gonna get into again. I'm doing a couple videos recommended to me by one of the viewers, by Chris. Chris, thanks for the suggestions tonight. And you are right. We should have tried to do that as a try not to laugh that last video. But I don't think I would have made it through it very far, but it would have been worth a shot. All right, so let's get into talking about Brandon here. Chris sent me a video about Brandon. So let's see what President Brandon has to say.
I have in my home a cabined off space that is completely secure.
Oh, is it now? Is it now? When Trump had classified information, that wasn't cool. But you having classified information since when you were vice president, that was quite some time ago. That was quite some time ago. They're in the trunk of my car. I think Corn Pop stole them. Yo, that music from Benny Hill. Oh, gee. This should have been a try not to laugh. Yo, and they found stuff like in his office, and I mean, at least he admitted it. And when we watched the press conference the other night, he's sitting there and he's like, I really want to tell you guys, but I can't because my handlers won't let me. I want to say something. He wants to BS us, but he can't. He's not capable of it. This guy's senile old man. So this is from the YouTube channel, The Liberal Hive Mind. Seen a couple of his videos.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. All the credit to that incredible intro meme goes straight to Carpe Donktum on Twitter. We're glad to have him back. But
yeah, that little intro meme was hilarious.
That is essentially the best imagery to describe the Biden administration right now. Karine Jean-Pierre and the rest of Joe Biden's propaganda goons are working overtime, especially those working in the media, to shift the news cycle away from the real document gate. Supposedly, it was a big issue with Donald Trump.
I mean, I feel like the reason that all politicians didn't like Trump is because he never said what people wanted him to say. He said what he wanted to say. Where Biden here is he's like a puppet. I mean, everybody thought that little Bush was a puppet. Nah, Biden, that's a puppet.
But the real document,
who's the puppet master? That's the real question.
Gate are these new revelations involving the current president, sleepy, creepy, poopy pants Joe Biden. I'm not sure how you guys are feeling about this or if you're following it at all, but it seems to me as if Joe Biden is essentially not denying, he's admitting to what I guess might.
Yeah, he definitely admitted it. I had some class, but my garage is locked. I swear, I got corn pops my security guard.
Be a felony in a lot of his interactions with the press.
I remembered him from the pool when the kids used to rub up on my legs.
Now learning that more classified documents have been found in Joe Biden's possession, and you won't believe where those documents were. And you also won't.
Man, I really wish that these chats were linking with the streaming software so I could post some of them on the screen. Red Eye Patriot, old President Potato.
Believe another little Easter egg that we stumbled upon. Let me show you guys exactly what I mean by all of that. I'm purposely being vague here. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so the Biden administration keeps telling us that Joe takes classified information very seriously.
Does he now? He made it a point in his press conference. I take classified information very seriously.
People know I take classified documents and classified information seriously.
Oh, man. You know, one day I think I want to do a try not to laugh to walk don't runs or run don't walk. I think that's the name of the channel. He does some hilarious Biden videos. Hilarious.
But as far as you know, is it ever okay for classified documents to be mixed with personal evidence?
What I can say, look, what I can say is what the
I kind of feel bad for this woman. I really do. And the reason is because she's got to come up with excuses for this idiot.
The president has said before, what I have said multiple times, we take this very seriously. The president takes classified information, classified documents very seriously.
He's a real serial guy that takes classified information real serious, Jack. Well, then how can they justify this new revelation? The more classified documents have been found in Joe Biden's possession, just laying around in his garage next to.
Yeah, why does he have classified documents in his garage, just chilling next to his Corvette?
His Corvette. Here's Peter Doocy grilling him on the issue.
Classified material next to your Corvette? What were you thinking?
Let me
He wasn't thinking. I don't think he probably put him there and then in a senile delusion forgot that he put him down.
Look, I'm going to get a chance to speak on.
I gotta get a chance. Hold on. Let me look at my notes. I'm sorry. There's no answer. There's no answer for this one.
On all this, God willing, soon. But as I said earlier this week,
I'm gonna be able to tell something about this. God willing, soon. Hopefully, my handlers will let me speak.
People, and by the way, my Corvette's in a locked garage. Okay, so it's not like you're sitting out.
Well, it would kind of scare me if you were driving it
on the street. But at any rate, yes, as well as my Corvette. But as I said earlier this week, people know I take.
Yeah, Corn Pops is his personal security guard that watches his Corvette. I bet
classified documents and classified material seriously. I also said we're cooperating fully and completely with the Justice Department's review. As part of that process, my lawyers reviewed other places where documents.
You know, see, this is what I don't understand. Is that, does anybody know if there's a way to turn off the YouTube monitoring comments? Like, why is it trying to block Jeremiah's comment that Biden's dumb? Like, I know one of my mods just approved it, but why should a mod even have to approve a comment that says this is dumb? Like, are we trying to shelter people this much? Like, this is ridiculous.
From my time as vice president were stored, and they finished the review last night. They discovered a small
YouTube's making sure we don't hurt any creators' feelings.
Number of documents of classified markings and storage areas and file cabinets in my home and my person.
Why did you even have these documents to begin with outside of an official setting is my question.
Personal library.
Now, like I always say, I'm so sick of these Biden fools treating me like I'm an idiot. This whole trying to avoid culpability. Oh, I just had no idea. We're doing everything we can. I had no idea what was in my own garage.
Yeah, how do you not know what's in your own garage?
Isn't going.
Yeah, corn pop brought him there. I was busy in the pool with the kids petting my legs, watching my hairs go up and down.
To cut it. Do I look stupid to you? You just had no idea.
Yeah, I want to know where the censorship settings on YouTube are to make the I mean, like, I can understand swears and stuff so that they don't end up in the comments in the stream, but something like he is so dumb. Why is that a message held for review? That makes no sense to me.
Idea that,
like, what is offensive about he is so dumb that it needs to be held for review? YouTube got to.
Top secret classified information was hanging out in your garage? Where did it come from? Did a little mouse sneak it in and place it in the box? Of course not. But don't worry, friends. Joe Biden has the perfect response to this question. It's in my garage. The door is locked. We're talking about real respect for top.
Yeah, and when Trump had some classified information, wasn't it in Mar-a-Lago, which is a like there's a gate around the whole place. Very secure. Very secure. I bet it's more secure than Biden's garage.
Top secret documents. And again,
but that was wrong, and this is okay.
Go to that comparison between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, the two document issues. Of course, I have to reiterate, Donald Trump had the ability to declassify information Joe Biden didn't. Also, the documents that Donald Trump was in possession of, the National Archives Administration knew that he was in possession of them. The only issue was he said that they were.
See, that's what makes it even worse, is that they knew that Trump had the documents.
The Archives Administration, Biden
Listen
didn't.
to that again.
Also, the documents that Donald Trump was in possession of, the National Archives Administration knew that he was in possession of them. The only issue was he said that they were declassified and was refusing to give them back. They also visited Mar-a-Lago, did a security check, and from what we understand, he was building a specific storage container or storage locker where the National Archives Administration was telling him what locks to use and what walls, what were.
Oh. So the National Archives was working with oh, this is even. And this guy's just got it in his garage, chilling by the vet.
The parameters to store this classified information. Joe Biden, however, the man with real respect for classified information, not only has no authority to declassify documents, but the National Archives Administration had no idea that he was in possession of those documents. Essentially, he stole them.
That makes this like a million times worse. A million times worse.
And with the deep respect that Joe Biden has for the keeping and storing and treatment of classified information.
But, you know, let's go, Brandon.
What did he do? He put them in a box next to his Corvette in his garage. It really makes clips like this show you the double standard.
How would you try to describe, so sort of, let's say like a very sort of right-wing Republican, what I guess would now be called like a MAGA Republican, to understand the severity of how serious it is to have top secret nuclear codes at your beach?
Well, how do we explain that now to these? I don't even know if I want to say the lib. I feel like that YouTube will like censor me for saying what I want to say. If y'all know what I'm saying, that begins with lib and ends with tard.
Resort in Florida, having taken them from the White House, why that is a bad idea and a bad thing to do.
I think if I put the space in between it like that, it's okay to say.
And some things, hopefully, you don't have to explain, right?
That's James Corden with Pete Buttigieg on his late night talk show, spreading absolute, total fake news about Donald Trump's nonchalant attitude with nuclear codes. I mean, I don't even know what the hell these people are talking about. On his bedside, on his night table, Pete Buttigieg doesn't correct the record, just feeds into the garbage narrative. But it seems as though the real individual who had a total disregard for classified information and its storage was sleepy, creepy, poopy pants Joe Biden.
Sleepy, creepy, poopy pants. Oh, man.
And now, of course, we have a lot of questions which Joe Biden is refusing to answer.
Well, he can't answer them. You see, the handlers won't let him speak, even if he wanted to answer them. I mean, have you ever seen the clips where he's like, they don't, I've said all of what they want me to say. Who is they? You're supposed to be the president. So who's they? Who is they? I'm just going to ignore everything. Keep moving on here. They were in my garage, my locked garage. I'll whisper every now and then into the microphone so everybody can hear you anyway. Is he adjusting his earpiece? That's they telling him what to do. That's that they don't want me to say. That's them in the headphone, in the earpiece that he's adjusting, a little tiny one. They're going, don't do it, Joe. Don't say nothing. Jeremiah says, I want to see him on a NASCAR ride along. He'd probably have a heart attack.
But our questions are legitimate. And the most important question is, how did those documents get there? Sleepy, creepy, poopy pants Joe Biden wants you to believe that he had no idea, absolutely no idea that those documents were there. Just like he had no idea of his son.
Carolina Cowboy, what's up in the comments?
On Hunter Biden's business dealings. Seems like it's a talking point or a response that he's used before.
And can we all just agree that if any of Trump's kids did any of what Hunter did, we'd still be hearing about it today.
But really, there's only two answers. The documents didn't just flow through the wind and land in his garage. There's two options. Either Joe Biden put them there or Hunter Biden put them there. And here's where things get real interesting.
Oh boy. Does this get better? Well, I mean, worse.
This is Hunter Biden's license, his driver's license from Delaware. Now, I'm going to blur out most of the information, but what's really interesting here is Hunter Biden's home address is listed at the exact same place, the exact same home where these classified documents were found. And now that is raising some serious questions.
Ooh.
Raising a whole lot of eyebrows, because regardless of how you look at this thing, it's bad either way.
Now, classified documents where, ooh,
either Joe put him there, Hunter put him there, but regardless of who put him there, the fact that someone like Hunter Biden
would have access to that, like if it's in a locked garage. I mean, if it's in a house, that's not in a safe. That's just in a garage. Man.
Residing in a location with access to classified documents possibly pertaining to Ukraine and China while doing business with
all right, now this is starting to make a little more sense now. Why they might have been there. Leaving more questions then we have answers.
With high-powered foreign nationals from these countries is alarming to say the least. It's really the macro view here. The Bidens are in possession of classified information. Hunter Biden is connected. Hunter Biden seemingly has access to these documents because he could literally just go into the garage, open up a file box, and boom, classified documents from the Obama administration when his father was working as vice president. And all the meanwhile, Hunter Biden has very cozy relationships with foreign nations, being paid millions upon millions of dollars for seemingly nothing. Were they selling classified information? Were they selling access? That's the most intriguing element.
You know, I wouldn't put it past this crackhead right here to do something like that.
Of this story. People want to make it seem as if it's just a mistake or it's just wrongful handling of documents. It goes beyond that. It's the Biden.
Well, see, when Trump had them and the right branches of the government knew he had them, it was a big deal. This guy's just got him where anybody that his maid could have went in the garage and took the documents. I mean, it's just so.
There's a reason why they were holding classified information. You don't take these documents secretly, hiding them in your personal residence for no reason. That has to be willful. And you certainly don't have them in your garage for no reason. That seems like a hiding spot, and such a stupid hiding spot to begin with. Joe Biden has so much respect for classified documents, he takes it real seriously. He puts it behind a wood garage door in a suburban house, just laying around, sitting in his garage. If
Oh my God. Trump would have probably had a gold-plated safe to lock them bitches in.
somehow crackhead Hunter Biden, on a bender during a drug-induced psychosis, happened to mention that there's classified information in Joe Biden's garage, then
yeah, he would have been like, yo, man, I need something, man. You got anything? I ain't got no money, but I got these documents, yo. I got these documents for you, man. I got these documents, man.
literally anybody could have broken in, gained access to those top secret files, and done whatever they wanted with them. It's all just so absurd on so many.
And then we know what he said right after that, just like in Don't Be, or just like in Menace Society. I got these documents, man.
Levels. And it just goes to show that this family, this president, this man cannot be trusted. And the media and his administration goons that continue to defend him and deflect are further proof of exactly that.
We all know Hunter probably would have did that for a couple rocks.
That question that journalists are now asking is, are there more documents to be found? Well, I could pretty much
I bet there is.
Say unequivocally, without a doubt, at least in my opinion, absolutely there are. You know, it's kind of like the southern border illegal immigration thing. There's 2.5 million that are apprehended every year. That's the official number. Well, how many do we not know about? How many are just sneaking into the country? Now, when it comes to the secret classified documents that Joe Biden stole, well, how many are we just unaware of? Where are they? And more important,
you know, and the thing that scares me the most is that they're in multiple locations. So that we got to be talking about a lot of documents here to have them just all over the place in his library and storage units, in his garage.
Importantly, what is the Biden crime family syndicate doing with them?
I like that, the Biden crime family syndicate.
Those are the questions we must be asking. Thankfully enough, the GOP House is now launching an investigation. It should go beyond that because we
see Mama Chris Lynn in the comments.
No, Merrick Garland's DOJ is not going to do a thorough job with their special investigation. Joe Biden has been caught. In my view, he is a criminal. Now, the question is anybody going to have the guts to actually do something about it?
Well, now that it's that the tables are turning when it comes to the government and who has control down there. So, yeah.
Course, we'll have to see.
I think something might happen here.
That's what I got for you guys on this one, though. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel.
All right. If you haven't checked out Liberal Hive Mind, go over, check his channel out. I'm gonna take a quick break and then we will be back with I'm gonna react to some songs from Trey Healy, who I didn't even hear of until he hit me up the other day, said he wanted to come on the show. I'm going to do an interview with him on Tuesday. And so I want to familiarize myself with some of his music. I did listen to about like 10, 15 seconds of a couple songs. I didn't want to listen to the whole song, but I didn't want to ruin it. I wanted it to be a real reaction. So I will be right back. I'm gonna go get some nicotine, little vitamins T, H, and C, and I will be right back.
Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste it, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate it, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can bite me.
I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, nah, unlikely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains. I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things. Gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain. I just wanna be greatness. I just wanna be greatness. I just wanna be greatness. I just wanna be greatness.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste it, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate it, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can bite me.
Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go. Let me spend everything that you see is something I invent. And it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. That energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you want to taste it, you can try me. If you want to hate bitch, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fight me. Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you want to taste it, you can fucking try me. If you want to hate it, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can bite me.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same, cause that's what it takes. I take shots to the top, I'll get it. I got one life, I'ma do all to win it. I do what's right, push
I'm grinning. I got cuts real deep in, bruised and scarred. I had to learn how to think with my head, not heart. I've been chewed up, spit out, torn apart. From picking up all the pieces is a form of art.
I'm never gonna look back, cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change, slowly take a step today. Cause that's what it takes. Living life every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy, but I've never seen clearer. I don't really think anyone can save me, and honestly, I'm not really sure I want saving. I like to be my own worst enemy. There's no risk if you don't try at anything, so I'ma just keep buying everything. See you in the next life, have to be a better me. I don't think that my head's on straight. Gotta flip it and grip it and go and get an x-ray. What's wrong with me? I just feel weight pushing on my chest and it squeezes till I suffocate. Better change my mindset, meditate. It's pretty cool that I'm alive and have better days. I could walk, see, hear, I should celebrate. Think I could change my mind, maybe elevate. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days. I'm kinda stuck between a rock and a hard place. Do I work hard or live at my pace? You're only young once, yeah, that's all great, but I also want a future where I'm okay. Living life is doing lots of cocaine. Wait, no, it's living with no shame. Wait, no, it's sleeping in on Sundays. I guess it's different for each of us and that's okay. Well, I just wanna be.
All right, and I'm back. Just looking at some of the comments here. Mama Chris Lynn in the comments saying her blood is boiling. Is somebody messing with Payday? Let me know. Is somebody messing with Little Payday? Do we need to get on somebody? Because that's like uncalled for. Let me know. Send me a message. I'm kind of curious what's going on. If somebody's messing with Payday, I'm about to get on them hard, like hard, like real hard, like worse than I got on Gobble, worse than I'm getting on Square. You don't mess with a child, a teenager. That's just uncalled for and completely wrong. So I really hope that's not what's going on, but I'm kind of curious to know what's going on. So let me know. Let's get into this. This is a video from Trey Healy. Like I said, he hit me up in my comments and said he'd like to come on the show. I have him coming on the show Tuesday night. What's up, the Skulls playlist? Yeah, I have Trey coming on the show on Tuesday night at 10 o'clock and talk about music. He wants to talk about Johnny Gobble, a couple other things. Oh, is that what it is? It's Dumb Genius. Okay. Well, the deep fake target is set on Dumb Genius now, and yeah, you're next. Yeah, leave you, man. Y'all ain't got nothing better to do on the internet than to go after a teenager. These guys are pathetic, just absolutely pathetic. Like you can't pick on somebody your age, so now you got to pick on a kid. Yo, for real. All right, yep. Enough said. So Trey told me that this song is, I think he said it was about a black guy and a white guy going through similar issues, and they're both talking to God. So let's see where he's going with this one. Now, Trey said he's from Nashville, Tennessee. I don't know much about him, but after Tuesday, we'll know quite a bit about him. So check that stream out this Tuesday, 10 Eastern time. I know a lot of my my viewers are in different time zones. It's 10 Eastern Standard Time.
I am the way, the truth, and the light. And if you're blind, I'll give you sight. Believe with your heart, and I'll give you peace. Because I am the king. I am the king. 1,000 years ago, my people, they stormed me. I am the king. I climbed up on a hill.
I'm liking this beat. I'm liking the way these two are like we're like. I hope they do like a back and forth. I love it when artists do a back and forth verse for verse. Let's see what's going on here.
And I died upon a tree. I am the king. See, I would go to glory, heaven, and forever reign as king. I am the king. And then my people would pray, cause they all did believe. I am the king. I traveled through this great big world, and I've seen the pain in your eyes. I wonder what a person to do when darkness overrides the light. And crime is on every corner, and people are dropping like flies.
I like the way he's using this trap beat to it sounds like he's using a trap beat to deliver a deep message here.
You spend time looking for an answer when it's right before your eyes. Will I see? I've been through so much hurt that you can't even feel its pain.
Little buddy, see, the thing is that I will react to somebody's music, but I do sample it first. I don't listen to it. The only reason I reacted to Moron's video is because he said it was an Upchurch diss, and I think it's absolutely hilarious when somebody's like, I dare you to react to my Upchurch diss like it's gonna be like a fire diss, and then it ends up being trash, because they almost always end up being trash. So Ghost, I mean, I don't know what you have, but I will have to sample it. I'm not just gonna play trash unless there's a reason to pay trash or play trash.
So much dirt.
Man, why does YouTube keep doing this? It says message held for review. No one cares. How is no one cares? This is ridiculous. Let's hit show. Can my mods just can you guys just make sure that these comments that YouTube is holding that shouldn't be held actually get up in the comments? Let me go back. I was distracted by chat.
People are dropping like flies. You spend time looking for an answer when it's right before your eyes. Will I see? I've been through so much hurt that you can't even feel its pain. I've been through so much dirt. Won't help if I walk through rain.
Does it show in the description who this guy is that's rapping with him? No, it doesn't. Does anybody know this guy's name that's rapping with Trey in this?
Just trying to stay sane. Hitting all my
He's got a nice flow.
friends and change. They trying to throw dirt on my name. They gon' hate when I get this fame. They gon' hate when I get this change. Swear to God, I'll never ever change. On my knees when I pray to God. Open my eyes when I'm gripping the rod. What you gon' do? You gon' eat or starve. You gon' work a 9 to 5. You gon' get a job. You gon' get on that block and try to work it hard. Let me close my eyes. It's time to go to bed. The devil's been creeping around in my head. Got a shotgun sitting beside my bed. Got me feeling a little lost from the things you said. The devil's been creeping around in my head. We grew up in the sticks on a one lane road. We just trying to feed our babies just to watch him grow. We don't care about your money. We don't care about your race. That's the devil that keeps saying we give a damn about your faith. I am the way, the truth, and the light.
This guy's, this is pretty deep.
And if you're blind, I'll give you.
And I like the way he's doing the singing, the other guy's doing the rapping. When I was sampling, I see that he raps as well. Kind of just skipped through a couple of songs, like, all right, this is something I want to react to, and then I was like, all right, this sounds pretty good. I'm gonna check it out. I'm really liking it. I'm digging it. I'm gonna have to check out more of this guy's music. And like I said, he'll be on the channel Tuesday night, 10 Eastern, interview with Trey Healy.
Leave with your heart, and I'll give you peace, because I am the king. I am the way, the truth, and the light. And if you're blind, I'll give you sight. Leave with your heart, and I'll give you peace, because I am the king. The devil thought that he had won when they carried my body away. Creeping round my head. But little did the bad boy know that I would rise upon the third day. A general salvation, my people believed in me.
And I think it's pretty cool how he's going religious with this, but it's also sounding like with the trap beat, it's interesting. It's drawing you in. It's making you listen. I mean, I'm not an extremely religious person myself, but like the beat, the way that the song is going is making me want to listen to what he's saying.
And then my people would pray, because they all did believe. I am the king. I am the way. I am the truth and the light. Truth and the light. Truth and the light. Truth and the light. I am the way, the truth and the light. Truth and the light. I am the way, the truth and the light. And if you're blind, I'll give you sight. I am the way, the truth and the light. Truth and the light. We are one race on the call. I am the king. I am the king.
Damn, Trey, where you been hiding? Why haven't I seen your music before? Man, I am liking this. I am definitely liking me some Trey Healy. You all right, let's see what else you got here. Let's see. This next one is called, there was 3 songs that he said I should take a look at and that he thought I would like. That was the first one, The King and I. This one, Hillbilly Lavish. Let's see what we got here.
Hey Cortez, what's up?
All right, so is this the same guy from the other video? Is that his name, Cortez?
You ready to be a
kind of looks like it might be. Kind of hard to tell with sunglasses.
hillbilly? Most definitely. Hillbilly living lavish.
All right.
Real lavish. Hillbillies living lavish. With a moonshine still in the cabin. And you can't understand one word we say. We don't drive us none of them roads. No Lambo or no Bentley. But we might show up in town with a big jacked up old Wizard Avenue. So you wanna take a horse ride down yonder just a little ways, where the crow flies, in the holler by the creek where the hillbillies play. You could take a little sip from that white lightning jug, pass it around, show us some love. Big boy bumping on the bluegrass tunes. Daddy's on the banjo, ladies on the spoons. The dope bro slide get you in your feels.
Man, how have I not seen this guy before? Like, how has this not popped into a recommended video? Like this is, how does things like this just go? Like, you would think if you're listening to Upchurch, you're listening to Adam Calhoun, you know, this would end up in your recommended. I guess the algorithm is not working properly.
Sipping moonshine on that moonshine hill. We don't need to be rich to look this good. Hillbillies, ye ain't coming out in the woods. Hell, we even got them down in the hood. They thinking that they savage hillbillies
in the hood.
Billies living lavish and
call them hoodnecks.
Better know not to cross our paths, cause a couple good swallows we can whoop your ass. Hillbillies living lavish, with a moonshine still in the cabin, and you can't understand one word we say.
You can't understand one word we say. Boy, you know what's funny is I got family in northern Vermont, and northern Vermont and New England has its own little kind of accent, and it's not like a Mass accent. When you get way up Maine and Vermont, they have like I want to call it a northern drawl. They have this, like, it's kind of slower than a southern drawl. It's different.
We don't drive us none roads, no Lambo,
like in Maine, they say you can't get there from here.
No Bentley, but we might show up in town.
Yeah, Chris, you've probably been up to Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire. You're from Mass.
With a big jacked up old West.
And then Maine girl is deaf. Maine girl is in Maine. She agrees.
I'm just riding downtown in this white boy truck. Tires sitting high, people thinking that we stuck. Hanging out the window, I don't really give a what. Gas tank on low, so everything I do is up. I'm just riding with my people, smoking on this diesel. Cup full of mud, so you know I sip illegal. I'm thinking about copping the whip, maybe a Regal. My life is like a movie, should've put this in a Regal. Hey, know just what I love, the money rule all evil. I'm just...
Yeah, I'm really liking this. I'm liking the way that they guys. What's up, Lord Ludacris? Haven't seen you in a while.
Sipping moonshine in his cup like it's legal. Super turned up, hillbilly style. Yeah. Trey Hilly, Cortez Outlaw, hillbilly style. Yeah, live it up, live it lavish.
I wonder if Cortez has anything, just him. I like his flow. I like both of these guys. This is some pretty good music.
Yeah. Hillbillies living lavish, with a moonshine still.
Don't take a hillbilly much to live lavish, man. You could live lavish off of what you got. You don't gotta have all that fancy stuff to live a lavish life. What your lavish life is your lavish life.
In a cabin, and you can't understand one word we say. We don't drive us none of them roads, no Lambo or no Bentley, but we might show up in town with a big jacked up old Western Avenue. Hillbillies living lavish, real lavish. Hillbillies living lavish. Oh, hillbillies living lavish, real lavish. Hillbillies living lavish. Oh, hillbillies living.
Yeah, Lord Ludacris, I did end up getting pulled into the square verse, to the worky verse, because he called me out and restreamed my video. But like I said in the beginning of this, I'm not trying to talk about that moron too much. So let's get back into the song. And yes, Lord Ludacris, Johnny has gone completely nuts again.
Oh yeah, Billy's living lavish. Big boy.
All right, so that there was another one from Trey Healy. Trey, man, you making some pretty good music, man. I definitely need to check out more of your songs. We got one more to check out here right now, and then I'm definitely gonna listen to a few of them off the air and before we have that interview, because like I said, I really want to familiarize myself with his music before I have the interview. I don't just want to go in completely blind, but from what I'm seeing, what I'm hearing, and then what I'm seeing with the video quality, dude's probably gonna end up going places. He's only got 4,000 subscribers right now. I see that number growing very, very soon. This one sounds a little more slowed down. This one's called Heaven Feels Too High.
We've all been down this road before. The devil runs our life. Too many drinks we have.
All right, this one's more singing. Go back.
We've all been down this road before. The devil runs our life. Too many drinks we have to pour.
Oh man, everybody got their vices, and you know that they say the devil leads the way to those vices.
Oh, the whiskey, beer, and wine.
All right, wait a second. I think that finally, no, I thought for a second I was getting chat back in my normal screen there. I thought I was just going to be able to look at it normal. Sorry for pausing. Let's go back. Let's go back.
Devil runs our lives. Too many drinks we have to pour. Oh, the whiskey, beer, and wine. Lord, give me a sign. This I pray tonight. 'Cause I can fall in bed with my hand on my head, praying. But heaven feels too high. Heaven feels.
All right, so you definitely got some versatility here. This one slowed down, singing. We're talking about heaven. We're talking about vices. We're touching on some things here. I'm gonna bring it back.
Oh, the whiskey, beer, and wine. Lord, give me a sign. This I pray tonight. 'Cause I can fall in bed with my hand on my head, praying. But heaven feels too high. Heaven feels.
Man, Trey, I gotta say, I'm glad you hit me up. Your songs are going on my playlist on my YouTube Music for when I'm in my truck driving around. That's for damn sure.
But heaven feels too high. Heaven feels. Let me go. What if I cut my hair? Said Jesus everywhere. Covered my tattoo with statues so little kids don't stare.
So I like it when people do this like sing rap. I love it when Church does it. I love it when Jelly does it. I was watching an interview with Jelly and he was talking about he does how he doesn't even realize that he's doing it because he's from like the rap game and when he's writing a song it just kind of flows like a rap.
Maybe not wear my boots, maybe forget my roots, but I still.
I wonder if that's actually his kid. When I have him in the interview, I'm gonna ask him if in this video if that's his son in the video.
Pray to God and salute the red, white, and blue. Doesn't mean I'm less of a man. Doesn't mean y'all think I'm trashy with my.
Ghost is saying react to Rogue the Unknown Phoenix. All right, I'm not gonna get into that in this video. I will sample it, check it out, and maybe get into it in another video. We'll see, and then we'll see.
Tatted up hands. Doesn't mean that I'm different. Doesn't mean I love less. Doesn't mean that I'm crazy when I say God is pounding in my chest. No, Lord forgive me for my sins, and I tell you no lies. Keep hearing in my head, heaven feels too high. I may not look the part, but you know who I am. But I pray that I will be a better man. Heaven feels.
This is really good. This is like radio good.
But heaven feels too high. Heaven feels. Heaven feels too high.
Can somebody please tell me why this guy only has like 4,000 subscribers? I got a lot of questions for this guy. How long has he been in? Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern time. This man will be on the mix-up for an interview.
I was gone, left this world all alone. Y'all start to cry, don't know why until you hear the song. Maybe you'll pray for me. Maybe you'll start to see that hate is just hate, and I feel a little hate when you look at me and say, left this world all alone. Y'all start to cry, don't know why until you hear the song. Maybe you'll pray for me. Maybe you'll start to see that hate is just hate, and I feel a little hate when you look at me. Say,
oh, hate is just hate, and I feel a little hate when you look at me.
Looks can be deceiving as hell, and I may not go to heaven, but how?
Yes, when I do that interview, it is definitely going to be live, and the chat will be open for any questions you guys have for him.
How can y'all tell? Is it cause I blast Hank, Waylon, and Church?
Like all I know about him so far is he's from Tennessee, and he said that he dropped out of school in the 1st grade. I have quite a few questions about that.
You think I don't live my life by every single Bible verse? No. Lord, forgive me for my sins, and I tell you no lies. Keep hearing in my head, heaven feels too high. I may not look the part, but you know who I am. But I pray that I will be a better man.
Damn, this song is good.
But heaven feels too high.
All right, that there. Trey Healy.
We reported
Trey Healy with Heaven Feels Too High. That definitely that was a damn good song. Damn good song. That song going on my playlist for sure. I'm gonna add him as a liked on my YouTube music playlist, because I use YouTube Music instead of Spotify just because it's free with the YouTube Premium, and I haven't searched a song that I haven't found yet. So gonna take another quick break, and then we will be on to, so next I'm going to do we're gonna react to a video from Mr. Ballin, and it's about Dudleytown right here in Connecticut. And then we're gonna get onto a video from the YouTube channel Slap Shoes, where he talks about an incident that happened in 2000 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. So I actually watched that video. It was recommended to me by Chris, one of the viewers here. He's actually in the comments right now. Yeah, Chris, I agree with that. I wish I could share the. Yeah. Yeah, it won't be. Chris says that it won't be long before Church or Jelly hits this dude up. I guarantee we will see this dude working with one of those guys soon. I see that happening. I see that in the near future. So I'm gonna take a quick break. Be right back with Mr. Ballin talking about Dudleytown right here in Connecticut, about an hour from me. Then Slap Shoes talking about an incident that happened with a bridge collapsing at Charlotte Motor Speedway in 2000. And then we will probably get on to, depending on how long that takes to get through, might get into something else too. I will be right back. Stay tuned.
Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you
I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, not likely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains. I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain. I just wanna be greatness. 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 no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste me, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate it, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me. Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent. And it's only a percent. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss all, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. That energy is like a poison, needs some antiseptic.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you want to take it, you can try me. If you want to hate this, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fight me.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste it, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate it, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it, fuse like a magnet. Lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes.
All the pieces is a form of art.
I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes.
All right, and I'm back. Yeah, so I guess the new target of deepfakes is not only going to be Square, but it's going to be Dumb Genius, because he's being dumb and messing with a 13-year-old. You gotta be low when you put a 13-year-old's name in your mouth in a manner where you're making fun of them or getting at them on the internet. Like, that's just low. And I'm bringing this up because I just looked at my comments while I was taking a break, and somebody actually commented. I saw one from earlier that I actually already responded to, but then it's reminded me of the deep fakes. And somebody said on the Johnny Gobble deep fake that I did where I put him on Dr. Phil, it said, if this is supposedly real, which only somebody that, like, how could you not tell that that was fake? Like, it's a deep fake. Like, how could you not tell that that's a joke? Like, I mean, if you actually thought that Johnny Gobble went on Dr. Phil, like, you might be in the same category as Johnny Gobble. But this person said, then why am I reading what they're supposedly saying? I'm never reading anything. All of my deep fakes that I revoice and the impersonations I do, it's never scripted. It's all just right off the rip. I come up with it and then I say, oh, this is what I'm gonna say. I never script anything at all. Nothing is ever scripted other than like the format of the show is kind of pre-planned as what I'm gonna go over. So I'm not over here like Square going, what am I gonna watch next? Hold on, I got my weed here. Look at my weed jar. I'm not nodding. No, I'm just tired. I'm not nodding. I'm just tired. Look, I'm Square. I'm just really tired, guys. Really tired. Yo, when I saw that shit, I got up this morning and seen that and was just like, yo, this is exactly what they were talking about. That's exactly what you guys were talking about. That this dude, like, how is that? Like, how do you call that content? That is not content. That's just like, watch YouTube with me. His channel should be called Watching YouTube with Notting Ian. He should rename his channel Watching YouTube with Notting Ian. And I'm not doxing him. He said he's in his intro. He says, "Hi guys, I'm Ian. I tried to make some videos about Johnny Gobble." Doesn't exactly say it. We watched it when I dedicated a whole hour and 20 minutes to that moron. I'm still waiting for a response. I'm still waiting. He said, he got all up in his, I'm coming at you virtually. I'm going to virtually take you out. Well, you want to get all up in your camera looking like the Ultimate Warrior, looking like a cracked out Ultimate Warrior. Man, why don't you paint your face? Looking like the Ultimate Warrior, looking like you're trying to cut a wrestling promo on me. You picked the wrong person to mess with, boy. Ask Johnny Gobble. You done picked the wrong person to mess with. All right, so let's get into. I had to comment on that again. It's just so funny. These train wrecks. That's why I put the little clip from Struggle Jennings in there, and one of those compilation videos I made where the whole world will stop to watch a train wreck, because we'll stop and we'll watch. We'll watch that train wreck. We'll watch the Gobble train wreck. It got back on the rails, and then got back on track, and then tipped back off, and then Square he took himself right off the tracks. All right, so we're going to get into this. This is Mr. Ballin, and the video is entitled "A Forest So Evil It's Illegal to Enter." So they actually made it illegal for people to go to Dudleytown, which is about an hour from me. It's on the Connecticut-New York border. And I know a couple people that have tried to go there, and they say that there's nothing really there, but people go there and they vandalize and like, that's the problem. I bet if people didn't go there and vandalize it, it would still be open. So I don't know much about it, but Mr. Ballin's going to tell us all about it. Here we go.
Today's video with a disclaimer. Don't go to Dudleytown, Connecticut. This is not a prank, it's not a stunt, it's not clickbait, it's the truth. I'm confident that at the end of this video, there
I've never been there. It's about an hour. Yeah, it is near Torrington. It is near Torrington.
are going to be people that want to go. Don't do it. One,
I mean, I could literally drive there and about, I think it's like 50 miles from me, maybe.
it's illegal to go to Dudleytown. It's private property. And two, as you'll see in today's video, there is a reason why people abandoned Dudleytown. It is not a safe place for people. But before we get into the story about Dudleytown, if you're a fan of the strange, dark, and mysterious delivered in story format, then you've come to the right place.
This guy makes some really good videos.
Because that's all we do, and we upload once a week.
If you are not subscribed to Mr. Ballin, go over and check him out.
So
I'm pretty sure some of you might be already.
If that's of interest to you, the next time the like button is playing an intense game of online FIFA, wait until they get the lead and then unplug their Wi-Fi. Also, please subscribe to our channel and turn on all notifications so you don't miss any of our weekly uploads. Okay, let's get into today's story.
So my ex and a few of her friends, my son's mom, went out there once. They didn't get kicked out, but they went there and they said that they went to the spot where it was supposed to be. They had trouble like finding anything there. They said that it's like, they're like, oh, we're gonna go to a ghost town. And I'm like, all right, yeah. And then they came back and they're like, we could barely even find it.
It was a bright summer day in 1906.
And this was just, I hadn't even heard of this place until a couple years ago. And I'm surprised that I haven't been, I haven't heard about it until like a few years ago.
And Dr. Williams.
I want to say, let's see, my son is about to turn 15. So I want to say they went up there when he was like 7. Yeah.
C. Clark and his wife Harriet were driving slowly through a beautiful part of northwestern Connecticut called Litchfield County. Litchfield is a rural, very hilly area with lots of winding country roads, and the Clarks were there to try to
see this is what everybody's got a misconception about Connecticut, that it's all like city, and most of Connecticut is country.
Scout out an area to build their second home. The couple lived full-time in New York City, where Dr. Clark was an oncologist, which is a cancer doctor, and he was also a professor at the Columbia College of Physicians and Surgeons. And while the Clarks' lives were very exciting and fulfilling in the city, they were also very hectic and chaotic. And so the reason they had settled on Litchfield as the place to look for a location for their second home is because it was the total opposite.
Oh yeah, man. Stafford Springs, Chris said Stafford Springs is beautiful. I actually went to an Adam Calhoun concert at the Palace Theater in Stafford Springs. That was a great concert. Adam Calhoun, Demon Jones, Dusty Lee, and Broadnax. That was a great show. Tiny ass place, and that place was jam packed on a Wednesday. It was so packed the fire marshal was there.
Of the
counting heads to make sure the place wasn't over capacity.
It was quiet. It was peaceful. It was perfect. And so as this couple from New York City drove along these winding backcountry roads, they eventually reached this beautiful covered wooden bridge. And after they drove across it, they got this view up onto this mountainside off to their right. And high up on this mountain was this huge shaded.
You're going to be even more mad, Chris, when I tell you that I had 3 extra tickets.
Beautiful forest. And they saw there was a road that appeared to kind of spider off and go into these woods. Now, the couple had no idea what was up there, but it was.
I had bought 4 tickets. A friend that I work with was supposed to come with me, and his girlfriend was pregnant. She since had the kid, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, she said no concert for you. And I said, well, I bought her a ticket too. He goes, nope, it don't matter. She still won't let me go.
It was just so beautiful, and they were.
All right, let's get back to the video here. Getting off topic.
It was perfect. And so
ADD, I'm easily distracted.
as this couple from New York City drove along these winding backcountry roads, they eventually reached this beautiful covered wooden bridge. And after they drove across it,
we got a lot of those covered wooden bridges here in Connecticut. There's one in particular that I've been to in East Hampton at Salmon River, which is an excellent spot to go fishing.
They got this view up onto this mountainside off to their right, and high up on this mountain was this huge shaded beautiful forest, and they saw there was a road that appeared to kind of spider off and go into these woods. Now the couple had no idea what was up there, but it was just so beautiful, and they were immediately so drawn to it that they decided they would go check it out and see if maybe there was a spot for their second home in these woods. And so Dr. Clark took the car and he went up this access road. And very quickly, as they began climbing up this hillside, the road became very bumpy and overgrown. It was pretty obvious that not many cars were driving into these woods. And so before they even reached the tree line, Dr. Clark had to pull the car over and park it on the side of the road. And then he and Harriet got out, and then on foot, they continued up towards the forest. And once the couple actually entered the forest, immediately the sunlight faded because the canopy over their heads was so thick, and the air became cool and refreshing. And after walking for only a couple of minutes, the forest, which at first seemed very still and quiet, suddenly became alive. They could hear birds chirping and animals running around and insects buzzing. And then up ahead,
I really wish that this place wasn't like, I wonder if I made the effort to contact the owners, if we could like get permission to go there, like to do a video, like say, hey, I'm calling from a YouTube channel. I mean, maybe even send them a letter. I'd really like to go there and make a video about it from there, but I don't want to do it and get myself in trouble in the process of doing it.
They saw there was this field off to the side of the road that was full of all these wild apple trees growing in all different directions. And
I did actually do some research and found that there is a P.O. box listed for the company that owns the property. So I think I might try and send them a letter. See, Chris, when my ex and her friends they said that there was like foundations and stuff, but not really buildings.
as they got closer, they saw there.
And even they said the foundations were like so covered in stuff that you could barely even see them.
Was just a deer right in the middle of the apple trees eating apples directly off the branches. And then just past all these apple trees, the couple.
I think it's funny that he has to put on the bottom not a real photo of the deer, like it was going to be a colored photo from back in the day.
Couple began passing these huge, beautiful patches of roses and lilacs and bright yellow bitter tansy flowers that lined the road. And then before long, the couple was stepping over these babbling brooks, and off in the distance, they could hear the sound of running water, like fresh spring water coming down off the mountain. And then as the sun did begin to poke through the canopy above them, it almost looked like the forest was sparkling, literally. This forest was sitting on a hillside, and the hillside, which was made up of rock.
Now this location is way up in the hills in Connecticut here.
Had mica inside of it. And mica is a kind of mineral that when sunlight hits it, it almost looks like it's shimmering. And of course, there were the owls. As Dr. Clark and his wife walked farther and farther into this beautiful forest, they heard more and more owls hooting off in the distance. And to the Clarks, this made the forest feel enchanted. It was like the owls were personally greeting them. By the time the couple had turned around and begun heading back to their car, they had already made up their mind that they were going to build their second home in that forest. And so, after returning to their home in New York, they promptly put in the paperwork to purchase 1,000 acres inside of that Connecticut forest. And that forest had...
That's a lot of property. Especially in a small state like Connecticut, that's a lot of property.
The name. It was called Dark Entry, and it was named that because it looked like from the outside, the forest was basically dark all the time.
I think that's actually still the name of the company that owns the property.
There was
Dark Entry.
Shade cast on it from mountains nearby, and then also the canopy inside of Dark Entry is exceptionally thick. At one time, there actually had been a town inside of Dark Entry Forest. However, all the people who had lived in that town were now all gone. The only remnants of this town were a couple of crumbling stone walls and a couple of home foundations that were scattered about the Dark Entry Forest floor. The Clarks had seen some of these ruins as they walked along this overgrown path through the forest, but they weren't concerned. Instead, they felt like these ruins actually added some charm to the forest. After the land purchase was finalized, Dr. Clark began looking for local builders in Connecticut who could help him build this second home inside of Dark Entry Forest. But no matter how much money he offered these local Connecticut builders, they all said no.
Now, I got a contractor's license. I would have. I mean, I let it expire. I would have. Damn. People like, no, I ain't going there.
Now, none of them gave a straight answer to Dr. Clark about why they were turning him down. So Dr. Clark just kind of assumed that, hey, this project is not huge. It's just one house. And the forest is pretty isolated and hard to get to. And so he thought, probably these builders think it's not worth the effort. But Dr. Clark was not discouraged. He decided he would just build the house himself. After all, he was a very handy, competent guy who
I would not expect a doctor to build his own house.
Had grown up on a farm in New Jersey. And so
he grew up on a farm. Okay.
He knew how to build things. And so for the next several months, Dr. Clark would travel from New York City to Dark Entry Forest every weekend, and he would build this home. First, he cut down this massive swath of hemlock trees on this one flat patch of his land, and then with all this lumber he had cut down, he built his rustic two-story cabin on this flat part of his land. And then nearby on this hilltop, there was a freshwater spring at the top. And so he laid piping from the spring into his cabin so they could have fresh water. And then at the bottom of this nearby hill was this brook. And
Man, the more I hear, the more I want to go to this place. And it's like literally like, I mean, I could be there in an hour.
Dr. Clark loved just standing and watching this brook because inside of it were all these trout that would dart.
Anytime I hear something about this, like, and I'm like that close, here's something about like I'm that close, I really want to go. I want to go. Chris, you're probably thinking this. Yeah, you are thinking the same thing. As I was saying, you're probably thinking the same thing. You're saying you're thinking the same thing because you're about as close as I am, I bet. I mean, you're in Mass, so maybe you might be a little bit further, but
all around. And so Dr. Clark built a swimming pool with beautiful moss.
I gotta contact this company, the Dark Entry Forest. I think it's still the name of the company that owns it. Yeah, I'm going to be sending them a letter, sending them something. We're going to try and see if the mix-up can legally go to Dudleytown. I mean, if we can't, we can't. But if we can, we can. We'll find out.
Embankments right up against this brook so he could sit there and watch the fish. By Thanksgiving of that year, the cabin was done. And so Dr. Clark and his wife, Harriet, they stayed at the cabin to celebrate the holiday. And as they were sitting in their swimming pool, watching the trout and listening to the owls hoot off in the distance, they both agreed that this second home was like their little piece of heaven. So every summer from there on out, and every major holiday that they could manage it, the Clarks would travel to their home in Dark Entry Forest, and they would swim and hike and relax, and they'd watch the leaves on the mountainside turn from green to bright yellows and oranges and reds.
See, I mean, all right, I'm gonna let this keep going.
It was perfect. That is, until 1918. That summer, the couple was in their second home in the forest when Dr. Clark was suddenly called back to New York to attend to a medical emergency. Harriet was very upset at the prospect of suddenly being left alone in this cabin in the middle of the forest by herself for who knows.
She must have been a city girl. Even though he grew up on a farm. She must have been a city girl. I don't want to be left alone in the forest.
How many days? And so when she dropped her husband off at the nearby train platform, she made him promise that he would come back soon. And he said he would. And then Dr. Clark got on the train, it took off, and Harriet just stood there with her arms crossed, watching it as it chugged along off into the distance. From his comfortable seat on that train, Dr. Clark had no idea that his wife was about to endure a nightmare while he was gone.
All right, now we're getting into some stuff here.
We've all been there. Your guests are on their way over to your house for your big New Year's Eve party, and right as they pull into your driveway, you realize you've overnogged your smoked chicken gallbladder eggnog. And so with minutes to spare, you leap out of the window, shattering the glass and cutting yourself up badly, and then you jog up to Canada and dive into Baffin Bay, and you jump on top of a narwhal, and after some intense underwater hand-to-flipper combat, you take its horn off its head.
Where are we going with this?
And you beat it to death. You take its horn, and then you swim back to land, and you jog back to your house, and you leap in through a different window, shattering the glass. And then after you stand up, you make your way into the kitchen, and you whip up a quick narwhal horn iced soup right as your guests are walking through the front door. Crisis averted, right? Wrong. Smoked chicken gallbladder eggnog and narwhal horn iced soup are both just gross. So your party was doomed either way. But you know what isn't gross?
All right. This is a sponsor ad. So we're gonna skip through the sponsor ad.
It's New Year's. HelloFresh can do clicks.
Let's
So
skip through the
for
sponsor
HelloFresh
ad.
for 20 code Mr. Connecticut. This is not a prank video with a disclaimer. Don't go to Dudleytown, Connecticut. This is not a prank. It's not a stunt. It's not clickbait. It's the truth. I'm confident that at the end of this video, there are going to be people that want to go.
I already want to go. I want to contact the company that owns this place and see if I can legitimately legally go there. Like, be like, hey, if I plan this, you know I'm coming. Can I go? And there's only one way to find out. I mean, you're not going to know unless you ask, right?
Don't do it. One, it's illegal to go to Dudleytown. It's private property. And two, as you'll see in today's video, there is a reason why people abandoned Dudleytown. It is not a safe place for people. But before we get into the story about Dudleytown, if you're a fan of the strange, dark, and mysterious delivered in story format, then you've come to the right place because that's all we do, and we upload once a week. So, if that's of interest to you, the next time the like button is playing an intense game of online FIFA, wait until they get the lead and then unplug their Wi-Fi. Also, please subscribe to our channel and turn on all notifications.
Man, I mean, I'm half tempted to get in my truck and drive there now.
So you don't miss any of our weekly uploads. Okay, let's get into today's story. It was a bright summer day in 1906, and Dr.
How did we end up that far? What just happened there?
Tree Forest that was now just ruins, that the town that you had, they did virtually no research on.
Somehow we ended up back at the beginning. All
Okay,
right, here we
back
go.
to the story.
All right, we ended up somehow back at the beginning of the video. I don't even know how that happened. I'm like, wait, getting back into the beginning. Like, all right.
When the Clarks bought their 1,000 acres in the Dark Entry Forest, they did virtually no research on the forest or the surrounding area. If they had, they very likely would not have purchased that land. You see, the town that used to be inside of the Dark Entry Forest, that was now just ruins, that the Clarks saw when they first walked around. And
Yeah, and like I said, when my ex and her friends went there, they said that's all that's still there. It's just like you can barely see anything. They said there's like nothing there, but I mean, it'd still be cool to go check out, right?
Inside of the forest was abandoned for a very specific.
And they said they didn't run into any cops or anything. They just went real quick, checked it out, and left. But I mean, I'd like to legitimately like get a free pass. To
Big reason,
you know, like
it was cursed. At least that's what the locals say. And in fact, that was the reason why no builders in the area were willing to go with Dr. Clark into the forest to go build his house, because they were too scared to go anywhere near the ruins of this cursed town. This town, which was known as Dudleytown, was first settled sometime in the 1740s. At first, it was just a couple of people and a couple of small structures, but pretty quickly, 30 families had moved in, and it was a thriving little town. But as the 1700s came to a close, terrible things began to happen to residents of this town. First,
Yeah, Chris, you really want to go too. You're about the same distance. Like, yeah, I'm yeah.
First, there was the Carter family. They moved.
Why is this got to be so close where I'm tempted to go?
Moved to Dudleytown in 1759.
I mean, if this dude was talking something like, you know, a couple 100 miles away, I'd be like, nah, yeah. This is literally like I could be there in an hour.
And shortly after arriving there, 6 members of their family, all
driving the speed limit, not probably 45 minutes,
all died suddenly from cholera. The remaining branch of the Carter to Dudleytown in 1759, and shortly after arriving there, 6 members of their family all died suddenly from cholera. The remaining branch of the Carter family was so grief-stricken from their losses that they left Dudleytown and went to New York, where they resettled. But almost immediately after getting set up there, Native Americans raided their property and massacred them. And the 3 people that survived this massacre were 3 of the kids, and they were all kidnapped and taken away. In 1792, a Dudley resident named Hollister died suddenly. Now, we don't know if he fell off a roof or if he was murdered. No one really knows. But what we can agree on is that his untimely death happened in the home of a man named Tanner.
So, like, everybody in this town died?
And Tanner, following Hollister's death, suddenly just began obsessively talking about these strange creatures he was seeing out in the woods at night, kind of roaming around the Dark Entry Forest. And he talked about it all the time, and nobody listened to him. And eventually, Tanner went insane, and his daughter had to care for him for the rest of his life.
Man, the more I hear, the more I want to go. Chris, you got your ghost hunting equipment. We're contacting this company. We're going to try and do this.
And while Tanner was slowly losing his mind, his next door neighbor named Abel also began reporting that he was seeing weird creatures roaming around the tree line all around the town. And as Abel continued to report,
I mean, even if we end up having to do a video called The Mix-Up in an unnamed location in the woods,
seeing these strange creatures lurking in the shadows, he too slowly went mad and had to be cared for until his death. In the early 1800s, a famous Revolutionary War hero, General Herman Swift, who lived in Dudleytown, lost his mind shortly after his wife was struck by lightning. And then in 1813, an unknown epidemic rolled through Dudleytown and killed many of its residents. After that, more and more residents of Dudleytown either died suddenly or died mysteriously, and also more and more residents began coming forward with stories about having seen these strange, shadowy creatures moving around the tree line at night. By about 1900,
man, I want to go so bad. I want to go check this out.
All the Dudleytown residents had either died or simply just left, abandoning their homes, except for one family, the Brophies. But in quick succession, the Brophy family's sheep all died, then the mother died of tuberculosis, then the 2 sons were accused of theft in a nearby town, and then they just disappeared, leaving one person, John Brophy, the father. But the Brophy family home burned to the ground, and so John, who was overcome with grief, just wandered off into the forest and was never heard from again. At that point, Dudleytown officially became a ghost town. No one lived there. And it was at that point in 1906 when Dr. Clark and Harriet had their beautiful summer's day walk through the forest and discovered where they...
Damn, so these were the last people to actually live there, was this one family.
They wanted to build their second home. So fast forward back to...
And like everybody's still afraid to touch it. I just want to go check it out.
1918, and Dr. Clark, he's on his medical emergency leave to New York. It winds up being very quick. He's back on a train within 36 hours, and he pulls into the station right near Dark Entry Forest, and he's expecting to see Harriet waiting on the platform for him. But when the train rolled into the station, she wasn't there. Now, Dr. Clark was not a superstitious person, but for some reason, when he didn't see his wife there, he just felt like something was off. There's no reason she wouldn't have come out here to greet him. I mean, she was worried about being all alone in the cabin, and she knew he was going to be arriving at that moment. And so, feeling a little bit panicked, Dr. Clark left the train station and on foot made his way over to the dark entry forest. And when he got there and began walking on that overgrown road path that led to his house, immediately, as soon as he was within the shade of the trees, he began hearing these owls hooting very loudly off in the distance. Now, normally, the sound of these owls hooting made him feel welcome, but this time he felt scared. He felt
So it went from a comforting, welcoming feeling to like an eerie feeling. That's
like something was wrong up ahead. And so he began jogging through the forest, and it's very dark, and all he can hear is the sound of these owls, and it's getting louder and louder and louder. And then finally he reaches the clearing where his property is. And at this point, it's a cacophony of owls hooting practically right on top of him. And he looks up towards his house up on this hill, and he sees the front door is slightly open. And so now, with his heart racing, wondering what's going on with his wife, Dr. Clark runs up to his front porch. He gets to the door and he flings it open the rest of the way. And then right before he stepped into his house, this sudden high-pitched noise began up on the second floor inside of his house. And it was so startling to Dr. Clark that he just froze where he was. And so suddenly it's so loud from the owls all around him in the woods behind him and whatever this noise is that he just...
Oh man, the more I hear, the more I want to go check this out. What's up in the comments? What is it, Dameron? Am I saying that right?
Stood there unsure what to do. And so as he's sitting there getting the courage up to go investigate his house, he realizes what this high-pitched noise is. It's the sound of maniacal, insane laughter coming from the second floor. Sensing his wife had to be in danger, the doctor charged up the nearby steps up to the second floor, and he could tell this laughter, this high-pitched laughter, was coming from the master bedroom. And so he ran down the short.
In the comments right now, we have Trey Healy's in the comments. Dude, you make some really good music, man. I don't understand how you only have 4,000 subscribers. You need more subscribers, man. Like definitely, dude. You got some good songs. The way you put your music together, the way you and Cortez flow off each other, like, dude, that's you got some good stuff. I definitely added you. I'm adding you to my playlist. I can't wait for that interview on Tuesday.
Hallway, he got in front of the closed door that led into the master bedroom. He slowly opened it up, and there in the back corner of his room was his wife. She was on the ground, rolled up in a ball, facing the door. Her hands were clenched. And
dude, you're more than basic. Trey just said he's basic at best. Dude, you can sing. You got a little flow. The dude with you has an excellent flow. Your beat selection is good. Yeah.
Fists, her eyes were open and unblinking, and her mouth was open wider than was humanly possible. And as he
someone's saying they're having audio issues. Can everybody else hear me and hear the video, or is T Darman the only one having audio issues? Let me see here. Yeah, he's I can hear it coming through on my phone. I think that's your
staring
issue.
at his wife, wondering what's going on. He realizes this insane high-pitched laughter is coming from his wife, but it doesn't
what?
Doesn't even look like it's coming out of her. Her chest is just heaving, her mouth is staying open, and the laughter is just coming out of her. And so
knowing this place is it's like 50 minutes from me. It's like less than an hour. I really want to go.
Doctor just stood there watching his wife, who's staring directly at his eyes. And finally, he just got so scared, he turned.
I mean, I'm definitely not going alone. I'm going to bring people with me, but I want to go check this place out.
And he ran. During Dr. Clark's 36 hours he was away in New York, something happened to his wife. We don't know what it was, but it caused her to lose her mind. The only thing she would talk about.
Hey, maybe that's why my ex is crazy. She went to Dudleytown.
Was the strange creatures she saw out in the forest. By some accounts, Harriet spent the rest of her life in a mental asylum. By other accounts, she went back with Dr. Clark to New York, where she took her life. Today, Dudleytown is not only still abandoned, but it is also illegal to visit. However, people do still sneak into Dudleytown and walk around the ruins, and many of them have reported feeling these pockets of cold air where there shouldn't be cold air, and also some others have said as they've been walking, they've felt phantom hands slap them and push them. Some have said they've taken photographs inside of the Dark Entry Forest near Dudleytown, and they've captured strange, shadowy figures that they couldn't see with their naked eye. The famous paranormal couple, Ed and Lorraine Warren,
I mean, I'm talking even if I gotta like park on the outskirts of this place and fly a drone in, like I really want to check this place out.
shot a special series in the 1970s inside of the Dark Entry Forest, and they declared the area around Dudleytown was demonically possessed. So that's going to do it. If you got something out of this episode and you haven't done this already, the next time the like button is playing an intense game of online FIFA, wait until they take the lead and then unplug the Wi-Fi. Also, please subscribe to.
Yeah, I mean, I really, really, really want to go check this out. Man, what was that? It said that there was a series film there. Where did it say that? Right here.
See with their naked eye. The famous paranormal couple, Ed and Lorraine Warren, shot a special series.
The Warrens, Seekers of the Supernatural. I don't know if that's just what they titled it on this magazine cover, or if that's like the name of the show. Kind of want to look that up. Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Series in the 1970s inside of the Dark Entry Forest.
All right, so I'm gonna take another break while I get the next video ready. The next video we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be reacting to a video from the YouTube channel Slap Shoes, who does NASCAR videos, and it's a video about some shady things that might have happened at the Charlotte Motor Speedway back in the year 2000 when a bridge was built. And then shortly after being built, it collapsed. So we're going to check that out right after this break. I got to go use the bathroom. Got to get something to drink. And I'll be right back. Stay tuned.
You don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste it, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate it, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can bite me.
I'll be cruising in my lane fast, call it high speed. I've been working hard, yeah, I've been working nightly. If you think you'll win, nah, unlikely. I be taking shots, yeah, cold-blooded, icy. Watching numbers grow is what I call sightseeing. In the front row, run it up when they hype me. The following grows, they know how to ignite me. Call me CEO, I've been running right, see. And I ain't playing games, I create my own lane, making pleasure out of pain, turning losses into gains. I'm the boss, I'm making change. I've been rocking this exchange, popping off and risking things, gonna make a fucking name. I just wanna be famous, but I don't want that cheap fame. No, I'm not that vain. I just wanna be greatness. I just wanna be greatness. I just wanna be greatness. I just wanna be greatness.
No motherfucker in this world could do it like me. Open up your eyes and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste it, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate it, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can bite me.
Okay, I'm going off every chance I get. I don't really take a loss, well, I'll admit. That's why I'll make it to the top, yeah, I commit. And no, I'm never getting lost, I get after it. Investing in my own stock, cause it's faster than any crypto hits go, let me spend. Everything that you see is something I invent. And it's only 1%. I'm gonna take shots. If I miss off, forget it. I'll take a fat loss just to learn all that's in it. I'm taking snapshots, learning how to fall and get it. I'm getting back up, always stand tall, don't sweat it. I never back up, I don't miss a thing or regret it. I'm always learning, you could call me academic. I'm always working, never been apathetic. That energy is like a poison, needs a man, a septic.
Ain't no motherfucker in this world could do it like me. and insert a little rising. You don't have to love me, you don't have to like me. Got enough love in myself, in my psyche. You should have the same in your brain nightly. If you wanna taste me, you can fucking try me. If you wanna hate me, you know where to find me. And if you go and hate this, you can fucking bite me.
Let's go. Yo, I'm like an addict, do I gotta have it. I ain't even playing, got a really bad habit. If it moves, gotta grab it. Fuse like a magnet, lose, won't have it till I'm doomed in a casket. I ain't playing, got a weird mind. If you work 8 hours, I'ma work 9. If the shit tastes sour, you should taste mine. I'ma stay in power for a long time. Get up, nah, I ain't a quitter. Toss me the ball, I'm a really big hitter. Big picture, I'm a straight killer. Rising the song to the highest bidder. Got juice, got gas, I'ma move fast. New shoes, new tracks, like who's that? I'm new, come back, better than last. Yeah, it's a new me, never gonna look back. I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes.
I take shots to the top, I'll get it. I got one life, I'ma do all to win it. I do what's right, push until I fall. I'm slipping to get back up, always stand tall, I'm grinning. I got cuts real deep, big bruises scarred. I had to learn how to think with my head, not heart. I've been chewed up, spit out, torn apart. From picking up all the pieces is a form of art.
I'm never gonna look back. Cause damn, I was built to last. You move slow and I move fast, and that's facts. Only I can make a change. Slowly take a step today. I will never be the same. Cause that's what it takes. Living life every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Fuck me, I'm looking in the mirror, so foggy, but I've never seen clearer. I don't really think anyone can save me, and honestly, I'm not really sure I want saving. I like to be my own worst enemy. There's no risk if you don't try at anything, so I'ma just keep buying everything. See you in the next life, have to be a better me. I don't think that my head's on straight. Gotta flip it and grip it and go and get an x-ray. What's wrong with me? I just feel weight pushing on my chest and it squeezes till I suffocate. Better change my mindset, meditate. It's pretty cool that I'm alive and have better days. I could walk, see, hear, I should celebrate. Think I could change my mind, maybe elevate. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days. I'm kinda stuck between a rock and a hard place. Do I work hard or live at my pace? You're only young once, yeah that's all great, but I also want a future where I'm okay. Living life is doing lots of cocaine. Wait no, it's living with no shame. Wait no, it's sleeping in on Sundays. I guess it's different for each of us and that's okay. Well I just wanna be happy. How to get there? Glad that you asked me.
I think it's different for everyone. Some of us need work, others need fun. Some of us need purpose to overcome. But try to do what you love when it's said and done, cause there's so many differences in each of us. Trust your gut, it can show you what you want. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days. Living life, every day, late at night, not okay. All I want, and I pray, all I need are some better days. Yeah, all I need are some better days. Cause all I want, and I pray, I believe in the better days.
All right, and I'm back. I just noticed when I sat back down and brought my main YouTube screen here up that Dagburn is live. And earlier, I know he was restreaming Upchurch's stream. Let's see. Is he still live? No, it's showing he's live, but he's not live. That's weird. All right. So I know earlier he was streaming Upchurch's stream. I don't think there's a way that you could get blocked from lives. So, I mean, it's not showing that he's live. Maybe it's a private live. I don't know. So, let's get into this video. Oh, I thought this video was from Chris. I thought this was from Slap Shoes. I saw a video on this from Slap Shoes. This is from NFJJ. I thought it was from Slap Shoes for some reason. Okay. I'm sorry. I thought this video was from Slap Shoes. So I saw Slap Shoes' video on this incident. There's two. Okay, so we're gonna watch this one right here. I did check out the Slap Shoes one.
In NASCAR, disaster usually happens on the track.
I swear this is the same. Is it the same video re-uploaded?
However, just after Dale Earnhardt Jr. took the checkered flag for the 2000
I feel like this is the same video I watched on Slap Shoes' channel.
Winston All-Star race,
It's all good. I think it's the same video, Chris. I'm pretty sure it's the same video, just re-uploaded. I'm pretty sure this is Slap Shoes' video.
disaster struck right outside of Charlotte Motor Speedway. An 80-foot section of a pedestrian bridge that stood 15 feet above US Highway 29 suddenly collapsed after two loud cracks. Thousands of racing fans were on the bridge headed from the track to the parking lot. A clean break in the middle caused two sides.
I feel like the narrations were the same in the beginning. I don't know. I'll notice as we go through it more.
Sides of the bridge to fall, creating a funnel, causing fans.
I mean, if so, then this dude literally like copied Slap Shoes' video like word for word.
Fans to slide down and trample over each other. The result was over 100 injured
I mean, which is kind of sad in a way.
Race fans. What caused the bridge to collapse? Who was to blame? What was the fallout of the accident? Today, we are diving deep into this accident to answer these questions and more. Of course, we have a conspiracy about this, so make sure you watch this video to the end. Although it happened just 2 decades ago, this story has been largely forgotten and ignored.
All right, hold on one second. I gotta see something here real quick. Let me go back to full cam with me and let me open up another tab. And I just want to see, because I swear this is literally like word for word. Slap Shoes' video. Like almost word for word. I swear the first video I saw was from Slap Shoes on this. Where I'm trying to find the video from his channel real quick, because I would rather play the video from the actual channel, because I feel like it's his video. And I feel like it's just on a different channel, like you're saying. I'm not finding it for some reason. I know I feel like I saw the same video, but I swear it was on Slap Shoes' channel. I'd rather play it from the actual channel than from a third-party channel. Like I swear it's his video. All right. So yeah, I can't find it on his channel, even if let's see. I don't know. Maybe I was mistaken and it was this other guy's channel. I swear it was Slap Shoes, though. I swear it was. I don't know. Well, let's get back into the video.
This is the history and fallout of the Charlotte Motor Speedway bridge collapse in 2000. The bridge was built in September 1995, just under 5 years before the incident.
Now that's pretty bad if it was built 5 years and then it collapses after 5 years. 5 years.
Purpose was simple.
Red Reaper says Squares Live. Let me know if he responds. If he responds to anything I've said, let me know. Because if he does, we're on him like flies on a pile of crap.
Simple to better facilitate pedestrian traffic to and from the racetrack.
Especially if he starts restreaming my stuff again.
US Highway 29.
And not saying anything, just sitting there going, I'm just tired, guys. I'm just tired. I was just sleeping. I'm not nodding. I'm just sleeping. Just sleeping.
9 ran right beside the track, and a major parking lot was on the other side of the highway, away from the racetrack. The bridge allowed race fans to avoid walking on the highway, making it safer for everyone and traffic to flow smoothly. Dale Earnhardt Jr. took the checkered flag, and less than 3 minutes later, the pedestrian bridge collapsed. Some sources say that it collapsed as he took the checkered flag, but it may not have been exactly when he took the flag. There was an initial loud crack that came from the bridge, then moments later, another loud crack was heard all around.
Now, when you guys hear why this actually happened, this is just like the company that built this bridge is just, really at fault for this.
It was then that the bridge collapsed. According to a race fan who was...
Red Reaper, you're saying he responded to me in his community post. Okay, because I've been waiting for a response. We're going to take a quick detour from this video. And I really want to know, because he had over an hour to come say whatever he had to say and get the attention he wanted. 9 hours ago. I don't regularly check his channel and I'm not subscribed. So we're taking a little break from the video to see what this idiot had to respond. So in his community page, so he's saying he doesn't owe me a response. Well, you're the one, Square. Hold on, let me bring this up here. All right, so why does this pisses me off that YouTube holds comments like this? Like why? These aren't like comments that would make anybody mad. Why does YouTube do this? Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, so let's bring this up here. So well, he doesn't even know the proper. He's been trying to get my attention for months. And he types the mixed up is messed up. I don't give a how many dumbass videos you put out. I don't owe you a response at all. Well, you were the one that got all up in your camera and said, I'll take you on virtually, looking like the cracked out version of the Ultimate Warrior. Saying you wanted a virtual battle. You wanted to do this little internet thing. So, bro, don't call somebody out and then say that when I respond that you don't owe me a response. I was responding to you. You were restreaming my stream, and I told your viewers if they wanted to see the stream firsthand to just come over and watch it here and not watch you go, we're watching the mix up. Oh, I'm back. I said, if they want to just come watch it regularly, come on over. The only reason I made a video about you was because you put my channel on yours. I mean, if you want to put my channel on yours after I put your channel on mine, you know, when I make a joke or something, or I react to something that you do, is a lot different than you going and just restreaming and going, yeah, look, guys, we're watching a mix up here. He's reacting to a video, so I'm just gonna let him react, and I'm gonna sit here. Hold on, let me get another blunt here. I'll puff on my blunt, because you know it's very, very professional to be smoking away on my blunt during my live stream, just like it's very professional for Dagburn to be sitting up there with Dagburn. This is Dagburn every video. You like the man, you are worse. So worse. Red Reaper says, maybe I should sound the Undertaker and call Square out in a video. Well, I mean, he tried to call me out, and all I was doing was saying, if you're watching my stream on his channel, come over here. He was the one that decided that he was going to snipe my stream and restream it. Oh, should sound like the Undertaker. I was kind of wondering what you. So you're gonna be there like, Square, you should come to the dark side. Oh man, Square, I'm giving you advice, just like I gave Gobble advice. Be a little more professional in your videos. Don't be falling asleep. If you feel yourself falling asleep, see what you're doing is you're bringing this on yourself. You bring it on yourself, just like Gobble brings it on himself. Like, it's sad that you guys do this. Like, you bring this stuff upon yourselves and then go, why me? Why me? I need another Suboxone. All right, let's get back into this this Charlotte Motor Speedway video. I saw I saw the comments there from Red Reaper talking about this idiot, and here we are bringing him up again. He's getting more of my time. God damn it.
It's nearby.
That's all right. He can get some of my time making some deep fakes. Him and Dumb Genius. I'm on Dumb Genius.
It felt like
You want to mess with Little Payday?
like a literal earthquake.
Messing with a teenager, bro. You a grown ass man. You a grown ass man, and you're gonna take shots at a teenager? I can't wait to see what he said. That's I'm gonna do a little investigative work on that later. Not like Detective Gobble. I got the paperwork, y'all. See this paperwork? This dated 2 days ago. This shows that Ryan gave the car months ago. Gave the truck months ago. But look who got that Mustang now. Church got that Mustang now. So obviously Church was in the right and other dude was in the wrong. Nick was in the wrong. I mean, obvious. Why else would he give him the car? If he thought he had a case to fight it, he wouldn't have gave him the car. He gave him the car because he didn't want to go to jail. Like that's forgery. Like he's lucky. He's lucky that's all Church wanted was the car back.
It was
or the car or the truck. He's like either a truck, a Mustang, or I'm calling it like and then Gobble, I'll testify in court. What? Testified you watched some damn YouTube vid? Yeah, Chris, he got the Stang. He posted a video on Instagram of him following the Stang back to Ghost Rant. What's up, Tashi?
An amazing sight.
Just so you guys know, I'm watching the comments in a pop-out window because they're not coming through my software like normal, so I can't be posting them in the live. I wish I could. So I'm gonna try and look at them as much as I can, and I'm not gonna be able to post them. For some reason, it's not linking up properly. I don't know if I did something wrong. This is the second time this happened. Every other time it's worked just fine. I have the pay version of the software now. This is the only problem I've ever seen with this software. I do like it better than what I seen that StreamYard has to offer. But here I am, full ADD, getting sidetracked here. Let's get back to the video.
Disappeared, said a spectator who was treated for minor injuries. There was a mass of people, and then they were all gone. For a split second, I was thinking I was going to die, and then I realized I was going to live. Screams of hundreds of fans filled the air as people slid down the embankment. It must have been a horrible scene. People did not know what to do or what the extent of the injuries were. All of a sudden, the bottom fell out from everybody, said Roger Dunham, a spectator who...
Man, that thing just collapsed right in the middle. Like right in the middle.
I just started...
And when you guys hear why, it's just like, why would a company do something like this? You'll see in a minute.
Across the bridge. Tina Condrey stated, everybody just started sliding down it like it was a sliding board, and they all ended on top of each other. Everybody then just started running everywhere.
A sliding board? You sure she didn't say slip and slide or like a slide? The hell's a sliding board?
Some of the people looked like they were hurt real bad. Medical professionals quickly flooded the scene. However, initially there were nowhere near enough of them. Race fans stormed to the highway to assist the professionals and tend to the injured. 107 people were treated in various hospitals.
Yeah, I just got to comment on something real quick. This thing collapsed. This is hanging over right above this red Ford is hanging off the edge, and they park the truck underneath it, and there's people underneath it. Like, what are these dudes thinking? Like, I would not be under there, like, for real.
As a result of the incident. Although the bridge was over top of a major highway, there were luckily no cars on it. Traffic was being held, and that may be the luckiest thing about this whole event. The track had a disaster just the previous year, with 3 spectators losing their life in an IndyCar incident. I can only imagine that the track staff thought this would end the same way. Humpy Wheeler, Charlotte's track president at the time, was in the control tower when Dylan...
Yeah, Chris, it could be stabilized from the top, but if half of it already broke, wouldn't you be worried about the rest of it breaking? I mean, maybe this is just me. If something broke, I'd be worried about the rest of it breaking too.
Hart Jr. across the finish line.
I mean,
just 3 minutes later,
I wouldn't park a
word
truck
that the
underneath
bridge
something that just fell.
Finish line. Just 3 minutes later, he received word that the bridge collapsed. Oh my God, we killed 50 people. I knew anyone under the bridge, they were dead. Fortunately, no one was under the bridge. Unfortunately, some people would have to live with the consequences of their injuries for the rest of their lives, but we will get into a couple specific
So wait, did people die or did they?
cases later on. Professionals examined the other pedestrian bridge up the highway, but found no signs of cracks or corrosion. This was an isolated incident. So, what caused the bridge to collapse in the first place? I mean, it was constructed less than 5 years before the incident. There had to be a major problem. Well, investigations in the following days revealed that there was a major issue with the concrete. The investigation was led by
It's called People Rushing. People Rushing.
Charles Manning, a retired civil engineering professor.
They were racing to build the race for the racetrack. We're going to see all the stupid details of shortcut hacks. That they hired some hacks, pure hacks, to build this thing.
At NC State. The construction.
This is the problem with big venues and big companies that do big jobs like this, is that they always send their jobs out to bid, and they typically tend to go for the lowest bidder. And most big name contractors tend to go, oh well, it's a company that has tons of money, so they put a deep a high bid on it, and then exactly people undercut them, and then they keep trying to undercut, and then it goes to the point where now they're trying to cheapen out on things and race to get it done. Or maybe, the company said, oh, I want the job, and didn't have enough people to handle it. You'll hear the details, and what I'm saying might make sense when you start hearing the details, because apparently they put additives in the concrete that shouldn't have been in the concrete.
Construction company Tyndall Corporation used an additive during construction to make the concrete filler at the bridge's center dry faster. This additive included calcium chloride. Steel cables were also installed at the bridge to essentially strengthen the bridge and take some of the load off of the concrete. Since they took some of the load, it created tension on the cables. When these cables take some of the load, they expand.
So they put the additive in, added cables to help support it, tension on the cables,
and holes are created in them. These holes are filled by grout, which is basically cement, sand, and water. Now, there was a high concentration of calcium chloride found in the grout that rusted parts.
I don't think it would. I think it would be mortar mix, not grout. But all right.
Of the cables. The steel cables swelled when they corroded, cracking the concrete around them in the process. So basically, just to recap, the additive put in the concrete contained calcium chloride, which made its way to the steel cables,
and is corrosive,
which corroded them and made them swell, cracking the concrete around them. Upon further investigation, Don Idle, a bridge inspector for the state, said the day after the incident that he noticed cracks in other spans of the collapsed bridge. He described.
See, and that's why I wouldn't park any vehicle underneath that thing after part of it collapsed. As you can see, other parts are ready to give way too.
Described them as 1/16 inch to 1 inch thick and about 3 to 4 feet.
Now, I've done some work on some houses where you see the same type of crumbling on foundations, and it's from people rushing jobs at one point, and then I've seen houses where people have had to support half their house and have a whole section of their foundation dug up and replaced, and it's a nightmare.
Long.
I mean, I've never done any of those myself, but I've seen people that have, and I'm like, why are you even touching that house? Why'd you even touch it?
So this wasn't an isolated problem. It was happening all over the bridge. So now we know what caused the bridge to collapse, but now to the real fun, the blame game. Who was at fault for the incident? So the first suspect is obviously the construction company, Tyndall Corporation.
Well, that would certainly make sense to me.
I mean, they built the thing and added the additive that led to the collapse. However, the next suspect was actually Anti-Hydro International Incorporated, who sold Tyndall the additive. An attorney said All
right, so did this company say that this was rated to be able to handle load?
Hydro International Incorporated was to blame for not revealing on its label that it contained calcium chloride. Further, Tyndall's attorney claimed that the company did not know the additive it mixed with the grout to speed up the drying on the day the bridge had to be delivered contained calcium chloride. In response, Antihydro's attorney said the directions on the grout container were clear. The mixing instructions
This is pure human error when somebody when they get it and they're like, oh, I know what to do, and somebody's like, maybe you should read the instructions, and they go, I don't need instructions. Instructions are for people that don't know what they're doing. I know what I'm doing.
said, do not add anything but potable water. Antihydro is not water. So that's a lot of blame going on. We're just going to pause there for a second. Most of this
I said, did you read the bag? And they went, what'd the bag say? It said, don't use this, use water. And they went, where did it say that? I missed that part.
blaming happened during one of the biggest trials following the incident, which involved a Virginia couple, Cindy and Marty Taylor. The Taylors both suffered head and orthopedic injuries, as well as memory loss after the walkway collapsed. Normal life again. As a result of the case, the couple was awarded $4 million.
Damn.
In the end, a portion of this was paid by Tyndall, and a portion of this was paid by the Speedway. Wait, the Speedway? What did they do? Well,
I don't think that the Speedway, in my mind, Tashi, I do construction work. I've had a contractor's license. I don't do new construction. I do more like home renovations. I do everything from a little bit of electrical, a little bit of plumbing, framing, roofing, windows, doors, flooring. I can do a lot of things.
Well, David Allen, the Speedway's attorney, argued that Tyndall was ultimately responsible for the bridge's construction. Quote, we didn't tell them how to make it, we didn't tell them what to do. We're in the racetrack business, not the concrete business. However,
that makes sense. Hey, I'm hiring you to build this bridge. It's got to go from here to here. You design it, you build it, you hire the architect.
This is a flawed argument, as the racetrack broke their...
I mean, this is another thing that I would be looking into is the architect that drew up the design for this, or structural engineer that drew up the design for this. When I have plans drawn up for something that I need plans for, I tend to use a structural engineer that's also an architect, because in order to be a structural engineer, you have to be an architect too. So it's like, if you use a structural engineer, they understand how things are built and how things work. It's better than just like an architect that just went to school on how to draw things. Like sometimes you get a blueprint and you're looking at it and you're like, why would they draw this like this? Like they never build things, they just draw them and they go, you figure out how to build this. And half the time, like you're sitting there going with a penciling things in and go, send this back to the architect so I can bring it to the building inspector with the proper changes made.
Contract with the State Department of Transportation by not completing appropriate inspections. The bridge was only inspected one time, directly following construction. As the steel cables had obviously not corroded yet, it was all good to go. However, the contract that they signed stated it needs to be inspected every couple of years, but those inspections never happened.
So is this would kind of, I think this would be where the racetrack is responsible. If they were supposed to have somebody come inspect it every year and they didn't, then that would kind of be their responsibility. But again, that would have been noticed, but it shouldn't have been done that way in the first place.
Now, this was a big mistake by the Speedway because only public bridges were required by law to be inspected, not private ones. So, according to some sources, if they didn't sign this contract, they would have had no liability at all. Now, I can't confirm whether this was an actual issue or not, but after reading some of the arguments from Tyndall, they referred to getting the job done by the deadline. They even mentioned using the additive on the day the bridge had to be delivered. It could have been possible that the company was
on the day,
was either rushed by the Speedway or was just a little bit behind on the construction process. If they
quoted them a time that they couldn't meet, and then rushed it is what I'm hearing here.
Were rushed by the Speedway, it probably would have been a big argument from Tyndall, so I do not personally believe this was the case. I believe it may have been the latter, that the company was behind in the construction process, so they added the additive to meet the deadline. The timeline sort of lines up, as the bridge was finished in September of 1995, and there was a race weekend at Charlotte at the beginning of October. Of course, the company would not admit to any shortcutting in court, so this is just all speculation. Most of the court case following the bridge collapse were settled outside of court by 2006. There was up to 50 different cases.
That's crazy that it took 6 years to settle all these lawsuits.
Most of which were not public. So although we don't know the results of these, I would imagine it would be Tyndall and the Speedway sharing liability, much like the Virginia couple case. However, there is just one conspiracy in this whole thing, and it mainly revolves around one man, Dick Brenner. This man became one of the faces of the incident because he was among the most injured. It crushed his legs and shattered his pelvis. Dick unfortunately passed away in 2015, but many suspect he passed away as a result of his injuries.
I mean, it depends on it sounds like he had a lot of injuries, but it's 15 years later.
There are also conspiracies, especially on Reddit, a very reliable source, that other people succumbed to injuries, but I can't find anything other than pure speculation. Some believe that NASCAR is trying to cover this up or other details in the situation to not hurt their public image. But who knows? Overall, the Charlotte Motor Speedway bridge collapse was a horrific event that injured over 100 race fans, and many people had to live with their injuries and trauma for the rest of their lives. There was a lot of speculation when it comes to the extent of the injuries and the details around it, and it seems like we're missing something or something's just super off about the whole ordeal. Hopefully, nothing like this will ever happen again. Anyways, guys, that's it for this video. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you enjoyed, make sure.
All right, so coming up here on the 3-hour mark, I was trying to keep this stream about 3 hours long. I know Chris wants me to get into the other video he sent me. I even have it queued up. You know what? I have it queued up. Chris, you're talking about this this Green Bay Packers drafting a serial killer one, right? That's the one you're talking about, I'm assuming. So let's you know what? We'll go a little longer. I don't know, man. Wait, this is a 41 minute. Then this stream's gonna, if it's 41 minutes, it's gonna take me like an hour and a half to get through it with all the pauses. So I'm gonna get to this video in the next one. If it was like 20 minutes and then like it would only take like 45 minutes to get through it with pauses and commentary, then maybe I'd do it right now. But I've been up since 5 a.m. I'm not looking to stream for another hour. I don't want to look like a square over here being like, I'm just tired, y'all. I'm just tired. So I'm going to end this stream now. Until next time, this has been The Mix Up. Peace.